pull up the chat here. Hey Tara. Hey Shield. Been feeling depressed. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry you've been feeling depressed, Pumpkin Nut. This is your reward. What's up, Dirty Plant hosts and all you Dirty Plant enthusiasts out there? It is I, Rachel. Today we were doing a live stream. We're hanging out in my garage. The dogs are out, so I'm not 100% sure how this is gonna go. I've already had a stern talking to with many of them about barking, noise, roughhousing, and things like that. So they have been talked to. So I'm not 100% sure if they're gonna listen to anything that I had to say. Tell me so far, if you're in here, is this splishy splashy in back here just too much to tolerate? Just let me know. And we can just shut it off shortly. Good morning, Shield. Good morning, Jessica. We're in the air conditioning. Isn't that lovely? Isn't it lovely? I love the air conditioning. Yesterday was just too damn hot. Way too damn hot. Way too damn hot. So I'm just out here, and I was gonna do, like, I thought about doing a couple of chores with you guys today. Just chilling, checking out some of these totes back here. I basically haven't been paying any attention to the totes for a while. That's the good thing about totes, is you don't really have to pay attention to them. So I'm gonna open a couple of those with you guys today, take a look at it. I was gonna repot a couple of things. I've got the Gloriosum back here that I picked up. I wanted to repot that today. And really that's it. I was thinking about going to that ribbon cutting thing today over there at C. It's just the letter C.King Tropicals. But their grand opening isn't until this weekend. And that's when the prizes, like the door prizes and stuff, are going to be there. So that's when I'm going to go, is this weekend. Friday and Saturday. So not today. I'm not going to go to the ribbon cutting, so. Good morning. There was one Hoya at my Walmart. I don't know what it was. Those small leaves. Good morning, 7-Eleven. Well, aren't you lucky to see a Hoya at Walmart? Wow, what a shooting star that would have been for me in my environment. Hey, we're not gonna roughhouse, guys. My coffee's not that great anymore. I don't put enough sweetener in it, so it's just not that great. Oh, I put my string of hearts behind me. I don't know if you can see it. Hopefully the stream looks fine. We're all stationary. We're hooked up to the Wi-Fi. I'm worried because I'm out in the garage now that things might be pixelated today, but hopefully it's not. But, and I don't know, I don't think you can see my little goldfish. They're hiding. I need to move this so that you can see my little goldfish. Can you see? Barely. They're right there. Hoya in the wild. I didn't get it. I spent $200 on underwear for my 2 boys and husband. Oh my God, the price of underwear for a pack is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Let me get one of my totes really quick here. You know how I told you guys that if you keep something in a tote and you don't really give it a lot of attention or food or light or anything like that, they just it kind of stunts it'll stunt the plant's growth, but it will live. It has moisture enough to live. These are the oh, this ain't it. Hang on just a second. I'm going to show you some of the babies that I planted. I literally planted them, I think, 2 years ago. So they've been stuck in a time warp continuum ever since then. And I didn't know that was like possible. I thought that if you had a plant in top of a container like this, eventually it would press up against the top of the container or like, you know, curl up on itself and then die. Like how could it survive that long and stay that small? So I don't really understand it because I'm not a scientist. I just play one on TV. But what's wild is these babies are still babies. This over here, this broadleaf that you can see is a begonia mottled something. I can't remember. But these little babies right here, I planted these 2 years ago. And they're just stuck in a time loop in the quantum realm. I thought it was pretty cool. That's how I've been able to, oh my goodness, Louie. That's how I've been able to grow or like have so many of these for sale for such a long period of time, is because they're just stuck in suspended animation, and then there's no pests getting to them because they're completely locked up. Look at here, little bloom happening. I'm gonna knock the phone over right here in the corner. Like, I think after they had been in here for 1 year, I may have sprinkled a couple of little bits of fertilizer, but okay, good. Everything looks and sounds sharp. Excellent. Oh, I was thinking about taking a couple of these out today too. When I wanted to do my repotting today, I was like faced with the realization that all the cute pots that I buy are for little plants, and I don't buy cute pots really for bigger plants. So basically when my pots grow out, or my plants grow out of a relatively small pot, it's like, it's just a plastic pot from there on out. So I need to commit to getting some larger pots that are actually decorative, because I always lean towards picking out the pretty ones and stuff. Like I got this one today for the Gloriosum. This one, I didn't even pot this. I just threw the nursery pot in this little deal here. And it's barely big enough to even call it like a repot. It's barely big enough. But I don't have anything cute that's bigger than this. If I go bigger than this, it's just plain terracotta. And I don't want to use just plain terracotta. So, hey, can you click tearing that up really quick? Can we do that? I don't know. I bet you streaming with the dogs is just not going to work. I have to do a lot of experimentation to see what is and is not going to work. What are you guys up to this morning? You working from home? I also have a pool table in here. I don't know if I've shown you guys like my whole garage, but I was thinking about playing some pool later, just practicing playing some pool. If I get really bored or whatever, I might go over there and play some pool or whatever, but I just want y'all to know that this is like 100% a garage through and through. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there is just shit piled up in here. There's a clothes rack. Like, if I was to show you guys, like, you know, just like a practice round, there's a clothes rack over there. There's a scale. There's a Christmas tree box and a super poorly organized tool shelf over there. So, hi, Patty. Hi, Babs. Sorry you're working. That blows. Hi, Kristen. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. We're just chilling. To me, the sound of the aquarium sounds loud, but I'm guessing it doesn't sound as loud to y'all because y'all are back there. So, I don't know what to do, man. Like, these totes just all kind of look like garbage. I don't like how there's stuff on the top of the lid. It looks gross and dirty. I don't know. It just doesn't look very nice. You do something about it. Yeah, my garage is air conditioned, 7-Eleven, but that's because we took it in. So when we first moved into this house, it was just a garage, a regular garage. But we can't leave a damn garage alone. If we move into a house, me and Casey, we're going to take in the garage because it's just space. You know what I mean? Like, so we took it in and we put our pool table in here and we put a mini split. I don't know if you guys know what a mini split unit is, but we put one in here. And at first we really liked the mini split, but now not so much because it keeps like breaking down, and we've had to call the air people like 100 times. I don't know if that's just every air conditioning unit or if it's just mini splits, but my stepson, he does like HVAC stuff now, and he says they're not good, but I don't know. I don't know. He's, you know, who knows? currently watching you drinking cold brew and making a to-do list. That sounds a lot better than working like Babs is. What sucks on this chat down here is the last, like the last chat to come through, the end of it is covered up with the reaction little heart emoji right there, which is very poor design on YouTube's part, if you ask me. I don't know, dude. Yesterday was like a little overwhelming in the heat. I wanted to come back and go live again, but I just couldn't. I sat on the couch and I just kept sweating forever and ever, and I couldn't stop freaking sweating. Got some spray cleaner out here. I forgot to bring some paper towels though. I think I'm gonna have to text my boy, Louie. Oh, let you guys say hello to Louie. This is Louie. It's been a long time since you guys have seen him, and he's pretty much over his puppy stage now. And he's a big lover, and he loves to sit with me all day. This is my old lady dog right here, you guys. He's going to carry me through menopause. Huh. Yeah. We're going to go through perimenopause, and then we're going to go through menopause. Huh. Then we're going to be geriatrics together, aren't we? I love you too, Winston. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Bob. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to text one of my boys and tell him to bring me zero brew, not cold brew. Yeah, I couldn't even see that word. I'm sorry. It's brewed cacao beans versus coffee. It's a healthier alternative. I have never heard of that. I've never heard of that. I've never heard such a thing. Cacao beans, huh? I bet it's tastier. It sounds tastier. I'm going to text my boy and tell him to bring me some paper towels. Can you bring me some paper towels from the laundry room, please? Slave labor. My slaves. Soon to not be slave labor anymore. When they move out, I'm going to be really, really sad. I hope they don't move out till they're like 25. I'm going to tell you, Mom. Okay? I'll do your laundry. I'll cook you some spaghetti. Don't leave me. I don't know if he's even going to get it. He's probably got his headphones on. Any hoozles. I wanted to repot the string of hearts today, but I just got it. That would be really ignorant of that to do that. But I have got the perfect pot for it. It's in the living room area. And I think I was doing the counting on how many plants that I've collected so far through June and July, and I think the number was 8. And that's way more than I wanted to have purchased. And then when we, quote unquote, you guys really couldn't see it very well, but when I went to that Sea King's Tropicals yesterday, they had a white princess there, and I really wanted to get it, and it was only 30 bucks. But hear me out. I have the white knight, right, that I got at Target, and I can't tell the difference from the, does anyone in the chat know how to tell the difference between a white knight and a white princess? Because how do I know that it's not just the same thing? I was looking at the leaves being like more skinny or more broad, but I couldn't tell. So I was like, there at the last minute, the reception was going out. I was wanting to get the white princess, couldn't tell how to tell the difference. It was too much all at the same time. It was too much. So, I've already been up for a really long time. I got up at like 4:30. So I think that's what time I woke up. Woke up at 4:30, sat around for a little bit with Casey. We went to the gym and worked out at 5:30 this morning. I did upper body today. And then we came home and he made himself some breakfast while I was like getting everything around and ready. So I already feel a little bit tired. And it's almost 10 o'clock. Oh my God. Night has purple in the stem. Okay, well, do you know that for sure, John? For sure, for sure? Maybe it was the white wizard that I was supposed to have gotten at Target, because the Target one wasn't labeled. It was just, you know, like, you know how Costa Farms labels their stuff, you know, like beautiful out indoor foliage or whatever, wasn't labeled. So I don't know what the one I got is. It could be a white princess. I don't remember seeing any purple in the stem though, for sure. Good morning, John, by the way. This, oh, this is called a Begonia Blanchii. I just suddenly remembered the name of it. My Walmart had a ton of pink princesses. Wow, I still haven't seen those out in Gen Pop circulation yet. My jaw would fall on the floor. This Begonia Blanchii right here, modeled. I have this one also in my Dragon House terrarium, and it has done really well. I also put it in, let me just tell you, because I've been keeping begonias for a long, long time. You tried to find it and it's gone. Yeah, I tried to find it like probably 4 or 5 months ago and I couldn't find it either. I thought he might have rebranded or something like that, so I wasn't for sure if he's like off YouTube. He may have rebranded, like maybe he's doing like some crafts or something like that now. I know a lot of people who were like in the plant game or whatever in the very beginning, they've just kind of like switched, you know, switched interests or switched sides or whatever, or, you know, so. Nutto Squishy, hi, how you doing? I'm doing well. How about yourself? It was upper body day. We got a good pump. Gotta lean back in the lighting. Hey. Yeah, I'm starving also, by the way. My stomach hurts pretty bad. I'm sitting here and my stomach feels like it's just grinding up against my spine. I know I'm fine, but I feel like I'm starving to death. Oh, I was telling you. What was I telling you? Shit, I had it and it ran away. Oh, yes. So for this begonia, that's what I was talking about. My favorite, almost favorite all-time way to grow begonias is with the hobby boxes. I think they look absolutely gorgeous. Thank you. Yeah, there is. In the laundry room, if you look like on the wall.
Behind all the stuff?
Yeah, like underneath all the stuff. I didn't spill anything. I'm going to clean the covers of these deals. So I don't, yeah, because a towel won't last very long. Thank you. It's the hobby boxes at Hobby Lobby. So when you go to the section where you get the clear boxes to keep like an autographed baseball or an autographed basketball, they have these really cool looking display containers that are just all like plastic. And if you, they're high priced, but if you wait until they do their 50% off, like it rotates the sections or whatever, what's 50% off at the time. And if you nab it when it's 50% off, sometimes you can get little like display boxes that are this big for like 15 bucks. And I think that's a great deal. I wondered about like if the integrity of it would stay good, but I've had it for I think over 3 years now. It looks exactly the same as when I got it. I mean, it's plastic, it's a plastic box, so, but it looks so cool, and it takes zero work. So that's like my favorite one. No, zero maintenance display box for begonia. And I only have one.
They weren't there, but
oh, okay. Thank you for trying. That works. That's all I need, baby. Thank you. Good to see you, Rachel. My garden has gone to shit because of my recovery surgery. There's always next season. No worries. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Everything in my whole house has gone to shit at least once or twice. What's the plan with the hair? Are you doing a vid on the transformation? So the deal with the hair is, because I have a couple of like hairdressers that watch me, they're afraid I'm gonna put that high lift blonde. I don't know if y'all been watching my lives, but you gotta watch the live. So they were afraid I was gonna put that high lift blonde and the 30 volume developer like all over my hair, but that's not the plan. The plan was to use the high lift blonde that I got just on my roots. Use the high lift blonde formula just on the roots to like act as a bleach, but it's not a bleach, it's just a high lift blonde. And then I have some colors at the house that are they don't lift your hair at all, they just deposit color. So if this root lift goes according to plan with the high lift blonde and the 30 volume, and I'm not even convinced I'm using the 30 volume at this point, I may use 20 and just see how it goes, because I can always process it twice because it's fresh hair. right? The hair saga does continue. But the color that I will lay over that, once I lift it, it's like just a regular, like golden blonde color or whatever. The goal is to get away from the bleach, essentially. I can tell at this point now I'm never going to get away from doing something with my hair. Because, bitch, I have gray hairs. And I just don't feel like... If it would all grow in gray at the same time, I would feel more comfortable with rocking that solid. But it's like salt and peppery right now, and it's just like my gray hairs like stick straight up. Like they're like pubic. They don't lay. They just go straight up. So I'm not gonna be letting that shit just be growing out anytime soon. And I wish that it would look good on me. I don't think it will look good on me. I've always said my whole life, oh my God, when my gray hair starts coming in, I'm going to let it grow out. And here I am, and gray hair's coming in, and I'm not letting it grow out. Because it's all fun and games until your face starts melting off. It's fun to have gray hair when your face looks youthful when you're younger, and you're like, haha, I'm having gray hair right now. But once you start aging a little bit, you're like, fuck, this is not cute anymore. This gray hair shit is just not cute anymore, you know? And that's all for me, okay? I'm not talking about anybody else. I'm talking about me. If you're rocking the grays, I'm not judging you. I'm just saying for me. Just for me, just for me. I laugh because I live this too. Yeah, it's a nightmare with, like, because I'm playing Russian roulette, essentially, with my head. I'm just gonna get gray naturally. I have dark hair. And right now it just looks like glitter strands. Yeah, that's the way it looks on Casey too. It does not look like that on me. It makes me look feral. It makes me look like I need to go into the woods and get a big kettle and a giant spoon is what it looks like, y'all. Ugh, it's not good. I'd love to see the hair transformation. It will look great either way. So I was thinking about just doing it live with you guys, and maybe like on a Saturday where Casey could help me a little bit with like the pets and the kids, and you know what I mean? Because it's just too much, I think, for me to be looking at the back of my head and like combing sections, talking to you guys, and then having to, ma'am, come on, oh, big girl, and then having the dogs. It's just too much. Ooh, girl, I still look feral. I'm telling you. Everything I have is just starting to go completely feral. I have started getting gray hair in what? In 8th grade? Yeah, but that's the cool gray hair. That's the natural gray hair that everybody loves. Hey, Helena. What's up, girl? How you doing? Here is my little girl, Lilu. I know y'all haven't seen her in a little while. She doesn't have her ponytail in right now, so you'll have to pretend. That's what she... Her eyes just kind of poke out like that. I swear to God, I'm not pulling her hair. Her the pretty girl. No kisses for Mama? The Shih Tzus don't like to give the kisses away freely. They want you to work for the kisses. Yes. So when I groomed her last time, I had a really hard time doing her legs. I'm only like 3 months into my... No, longer than that. Yeah, probably 6 months into my grooming journey and like learning how to groom the dogs, and I don't have the feed down at all. I can make their bodies look really good, like all the way to like right here. And then this is when all the tension and the fighting happens, and they don't want me touching their feet as much. So the feet always look whack, and the rest of them looks really cute. She is gotten so big. She was only supposed to be 5 pounds, and now she's damn near 9 pounds. I know. What the hell? She's the cutest, though, and she has the most attitude. I know it's so boring hearing someone talk about their dogs, but that dog, I love her so much. She is so bossy. I've never been bullied by a dog before until she came along. If I have a, like, when I eat my plate, like if I don't give her like a tiny bite or let her lick the bowl or whatever, she will start barking at me, pushing me, you know, and like biting me. She will come up and bite like the backs of my arms where the tender bits, the tender fat is, and start, she bullies me straight up, and I let her because she's so adorable. I was terrible. Enforcing terrible behavior in my dogs, but they're mostly trained. She was the gal you needed. Yeah, she really was the woman I needed in my life. She is. She truly is. Okay, so I'm not gonna just sit here yapping y'all's ear off the whole freaking time. I swear I'm actually gonna show you some stuff today. It gets too boring when I'm just sitting here rattling off about whatever. And that's like playing Russian roulette in itself. The gray hair is fine. It's like, I don't mind. I think it's absolutely gorgeous on other people. There is just something about being critical of your own reflection or like your own stuff that just is different, you know? And plus, like, I had fake gray hair for like so long. I don't know. I feel like I already did the gray hair thing. And I'm ready to move on. This is just soapy water, just Dawn dish soap and some water. I know it says Lysol, but it's not actually Lysol. It's been rinsed out. I should have said that before I started using it. Oh, you like my shirt? Man, wasn't that the shit back in the day? Are kids still watching it now? Oh yeah. I'm not on the same page as everybody else with the anime. So my son came to me yesterday and he was wanting to talk to me about Demon Slayer. And if you're familiar with Demon Slayer, go ahead and let me know in the chat. I know nothing about it. But my son gave me like a 25-minute to 30-minute synopsis of what it was about while he was washing the dishes. And it sounded interesting, but I don't know, man. The anime stuff, y'all. You don't understand. When I was growing up, that shit was not looked well upon, you know, watching the anime. Where's the trash can? Oh, right next to me. And plus, when I watched anime when I was younger, the mouths didn't match up with the audio. And I know that seems very simple, but it was really hard for me to enjoy it, watching it like that. You like Demon Slayer? Thank you, Amber. Thank you, Amber. Someone was in my comment section talking shit about him yesterday. I've decided to basically not moderate my comment section because going live, there's just, I'm not going to make everybody happy and everyone's going to have something to say about what I say, because when you're talking for like 2 or 3 hours, you're not going to make everybody happy. So, or just when you look extreme like I do and you go live, YouTube will throw your live, YouTube will just throw your live at whoever, just random people, because they love live streams. So a lot more random people are probably going to see my content, and my nails are a little jarring to the general population, and you know, they haven't been looking at them for as long as y'all have, so you know. And apparently a lot of other things can be jarring for some people, for sure. So I've just got like I'm just cleaning out like this old leaf litter in here where a lot of these old leaves have died. And I opened it up right when I started up my channel again. I came in here and I sprinkled a little bit of fertilizer pellets. Not a ton. I'm talking like 10 fertilizer pellets in here. So that, you know, just like, I was like, I guess, impressed that they were still alive, but I didn't want to press the envelope too much. So I put some fertilizer in here. I'm also going to try to do, like what I talked about like a couple lives ago, doing a Dirty Plant Hoe live plant trade, which is the upper tier of my memberships. And so I'm getting I need to get some of these ready also to do that. I'm glad I thought of that right now, because that's great, something that I can do. And I have all the shit that I need to do to get ready for that. So, but yeah, and then I also have footage for the tier underneath that. Just the regular Dirty Plant Enthusiasts. All memberships are appreciated. I almost went live this morning at 5:30 in the morning, but I was like, ain't no one, there's not one damn soul that's gonna be, I mean, I know I have UK people and stuff like that, but damn, 5:30 would have been way too early. I should have filmed it for regular member stuff. It's hard to get, once you go 9 months without filming stuff all the time, it's really hard to remember to just pull your phone out. I'm not one of those girls that look at, I don't know if you can see her head, but she's sitting in my chair. She's all up in my biz. My pee biz. I've got me some chunky mix down here in the floor. You can see. I hope my crack wasn't just hanging out. Got some chunky mix down here. Big old chunks of leca. There's some orchid bark in there. There's some perlite in there. There's some Miracle Grow soil in there. Once again, like, I've always thought about doing pond and leca and stuff like that, and I wish I could. It's just, I don't want to spend the money on it, I guess. I'm just too cheap. I'm too cheap for pond. I do leca for, like, other things, like for the aquaponics and stuff, but I can't be buying all that pond. It's too expensive. My oldest has been on the journey since last year. Those who know. One what? I can't even read it because it's at the bottom of the chat. I hate that. I'm sorry. My oldest has been on the One Piece journey since last year. Is that anime? I'm confused. I don't know what you're talking about. I got lost. I'm so sorry. Why are you guys trying to eat out of that damn thing? Y'all are nasty. They'll dig out one little piece of leca and carry it around in their mouths like a little, like they got a little egg or something like that. What a mess, dude. This is a mess. Looks like spaghetti. Ugh. Girl, my begonias stay alive from learning from you. Appreciate your begonia videos. Aw, thanks, babe. Thanks, babe. I've never been much of a valuable info type of girl. I've always been more of a, like, dingbat. Like comfort plant channel, more than like a, here's top 10 things you need to know before getting your first plant. Or, you know, I don't know. Those types of plant video titles are so intimidating to me. It's like I can't stand on any fact like that for any length of time. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna change my mind in like 2 or 3 years about all that. Like, I defo can't tell you like what to not do and what to do. Don't ever, you know, those fucking thumbnails. Never do this. You know, it's like, relax. Hey, get out of the dirt. He was full on in that dirt. Louie, absolutely not. Absolutely not. This is not gonna work, y'all. What a mess. These things are so stuck together. I'm gonna rip the shit out of it. It don't matter what I do. Yes, One Piece is one of the longest running anime. Whoa, no way. Can you please put the link on your Etsy shop on your profile? I want to buy a plant from you. Okay, I haven't had my... I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, Mimi. And also, Mimi is a new dirty plant enthusiast or dirty plant hoe. I can't remember. I'd like to say, yeah, dirty plant enthusiast, Mimi. Thank you so much for joining the membership. I know Shayna's not here today. Danielle, thank you so much for being a dirty plant enthusiast. Olivia Morehouse joined the Dirty Plant Hose, and Bradley Logan joined the Dirty Plant Enthusiasts. So we're almost getting back up to the point where we have enough members. I'd like to have at least like maybe 10 more. I know that sounds stupid, but to do a members only live and to get like an actual group of at least 5 people, it's difficult if you don't have a ton of members, you know, but I would like to do just a live with us only, for sure, beyond the, whatchamacallit, beyond the, like videos and stuff like that. So, and you know, with the live streaming thing, it is difficult because, you know, it's easy for a person like me to stick their foot in their mouth and stuff, but at the same time, like, this is the most fun I've ever had on YouTube, I will say. I know that, like, it's not everybody's deal. Like, not everybody wants live streams. But for me, and how I like to consume YouTube, I love live streams. I love certain creators, like, hanging out with them, just chilling, conversating, participating in live chats like that. Like that really has grown to be one of my favorite types of YouTube content. And that's why I'm coming over to doing it. Like it's scary, it's intimidating, but I really like it. And I genuinely look forward to talking to you guys every day. Don't have much of a social life. I've made that very clear on many occasions. But this is really nice. I like chatting with you guys. Even with the occasional troll in the chat, you know, talking about whatever, you know, I still enjoy it. Until the trolls are just completely overwhelming, I guess. But Noto Squishy. I always loved your videos with your husband. You're so funny together. Yeah, he's a real corker, that one. He wears me out. I'm wore out. I'm wore out with his ass today for sure. But on that note, I am going to open the Etsy shop back up. I just need to get my shit together. You know, I need to get stuff ready to do a plant trade. And when I had my Etsy shop open, it was basically all seedlings that are like these Anthurium seedlings that you're seeing. And I sold majority of them. Like this box, and I think this box right here, this still has some like teenage Anthuriums in it, but all the rest of them I sold. So like what I actually have in stock, I don't have a lot of stuff in stock yet. But that's why I'm trying to like get some of the stuff together out here. Obviously I'm not going to be as efficient as when I'm not on live, but you know, I am doing something. I think that's why it's so easy for me to find my own method on how to grow is begonias touching the glass and overwatering them. Bottom water now, yeah. I think, quit digging and let it out. Quit it. I think that begonias are super easy. Everybody gives begonias a bad rap. I don't know why they've gotten I don't know. If you put a begonia in a box, it's fine. Just put it in a box. It's fine. It's fine. What's up, Chess? If it was in the budget, I would be a member. But no worries, no worries. The membership thing has always been something that no worries. Like I've always told people, even if you're in my membership, come on, baby. I've said, you see how she barks at me to get me to do what she wants? Hey, Mimi. Thank you so much for upgrading to official Dirty Plant Hose. Yeah, I've always told my members, do not worry for even half of a millisecond if you have to downgrade your membership or not be a member anymore. Like, I totally get it. Yeah, I don't keep track of who's who. I only look at it when I do it like at the end of a video or something to put the members on there. I'm not tracking it and being like, oh, who did this? No. Girl, no. Absolutely not. So don't worry about that. Good morning, friends. Do I sell any? Hi, Lily. Hi, Tatted Casey. Do I sell any items online? I do have an Etsy shop. You can find it in the description underneath this live. I'm pretty sure it's on there. But my Etsy store is on vacation right now. And it's just because I need to get some items listed. It's not as easy as doing a purge. Like, you actually have to take 3 or 4 pictures of the item and upload it and stuff like that. So, and going live with you guys every day is really getting me kind of like jazzed and back into my hobby again. You know, I took a long time off from my hobby and I was feeling like not as interested in it, but hanging out with you guys has kind of zhuzhed me back up. Put it in a box. That's what I'll do during the winter this year. Winter season. Yeah, just put it in a box. Anything. This begonia has been in this box for, I'm going to say 4 years. And it don't need nothing. If you notice that your box is getting a little dry or your sphagnum moss is getting a little dry, then yeah, just give it a little tiny water, not too much, and then boom, diggity, you're in business. Begonias are super easy. Make sure you got light too, like these little shop lights that I have. That's all it needs. You don't have to have anything fancy. No fancy lights required. Is that what that really expensive light is? Is it fancy? Or am I thinking of something else? It's been a long time. Good morning, Lily. Oh, I already said good morning. My bad. 2 good mornings for you, Lily. Girl, you're heavy, babe. You gonna bark at me again? She's heavy and makes my arms sweat. But yes, to answer those questions, I'm going to be opening my Etsy shop back up. Just need to get some stuff on it. We will be doing a Dirty Plant Hoe plant exchange. And I would like to get it up today. I don't see why I can't get it up today. I don't have anything else going on. I'm planning on hanging out with you guys for a while. And then when I get done with you guys, I have to go to Walmart. Have to. Like, we're out of food. Like, everyone's gonna commit mutiny if I don't go to Walmart. So I have to go to Walmart, but when I come back, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get the update video. Oh, I'm sorry, bub. He jumped up behind me. I'm gonna get the update video up that I took just like, it was hard because Casey had his fingers on the lens and stuff, so it's not the best. So don't be mad at me when I put it out and it's like not the best, okay? But it's something. It's something. Don't be mad. Can you recommend a plant that can handle very little light? Sure. Yeah, all of the prayer plants. So if you know what a prayer plant looks like, or a Maranta, I don't know if you've ever heard of it. You can Google it. I don't have one sitting next to me or near me to show you, but I have several of those, the green variety, the red variety, and things that sit in relatively low light corners of my house. Like, there's no shop light lighting them up, and they're not sitting in direct like light of the window. But you can't put a plant in a dark room, just so you know. If it's a completely dark room, like a bathroom with no windows, you have to have supplementary light for the plant. And who doesn't love extra light? Like, I need extra light everywhere in the house because I wear bifocals now. So it's like I'm doing this and everything I look at. So if it's dark in there, which my house is notoriously dark. We're talking caveman dark, okay? And it sucks. Like, my kitchen is so dark. That's the next thing I'm gonna make Casey do, is do some recessed lighting in the kitchen because I'm about to lose it. No problem, Nutto Squishy. I don't think that those were gonna come out. I was gonna look in this bigger container and see if I could actually get one out of here. Can you see my voice sitting in my seat? No one's letting me have a chair. There's dog beds all over the ground too. Rude. All right, here's another one. This has got a different kind of begonia in it, and I've kind of forgotten the name. And I think it's from Africa. Oh man, there's nothing like a live stream that makes my brain fart. My brain never farted harder than when I'm on a live stream. Begonia something, if you recognize it in the chat. Jakarta, Begonia Jakarta. I hope that's it. Google it, see if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong in the chat. Pretty sure this is the Begonia Jakarta. And look at these little Anthurium babies. Also stuck in the quantum realm. Have been babies forever. Is that torture if you do this to plants? I'm not 100% sure. Anyways, these Jakartas, all I did was stick these in here. I filled this with moss. Let's say you're scrolling a website like Silver Plant Daddy or Steve's Leaves or something like that, and you see a beautiful begonia and you're like, I can't have that because I can't care for it. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. And it doesn't have to be in a shitty tote. Go get you one of those display boxes from Hobby Lobby that are beautiful and clear in whatever shape you want it in, and put that begonia and some spag moss in there, and everyone's gonna think that you got the greenest thumb they've ever seen. Yeah, really. Bifocals suck. I got them a few years ago and hate them. Okay, do you have like glasses bifocals or do you have contact bifocals? Because I have contact bifocals. And I don't know if you know this, but they don't work the same as like a regular bifocal. So like the outside rim, and I'm not even sure if I have this right. It could be the opposite. Pretty sure the outside rim is for far away and the inside rim is for close up. So it has been really hard for me to adapt to playing pool and stuff like that because I don't know where to look through my contacts. Like sometimes, oh, and I didn't tell you guys about this, but I had like an episode of Seeing Double. It's called like diplopia or something like that. Anyways, I went through an episode of Seeing Double. So like I would go to church or we would go to the movies, and I would be seeing two completely different scenes. And I thought I had, well, you know, I have really bad health anxiety, okay? So I thought for sure I had a brain tumor right behind my eyeballs, you know? So I had to go, am I disturbing you? I try to be quiet. So I thought I had a tumor or something, and I went and got my eyes checked, and I was complaining that when I shave my armpits, I can't see my armpit hair. I was like, whenever I look over and I'm like trying to shave my armpits, and she was like, oh, well, maybe your eyes are getting tired because I'm severely nearsighted and have been my whole life. Like everything has to be like right here. So I think she thinks what happened was my eyes were getting so tired from trying to transition from close to far away because I'm starting to have, you know, the 40-year-old vision, that it was making my eyes just completely give up. Like my eye was going lazy. So I don't know, like if I close both, like if I close one eye and then I open it, it's like off here, it's over here. Like it's not playing ball, it's over here. And then the same thing happens with this eye. So if I cover it up and uncover it, it like wanders, okay? So my eyes are just barely holding on, okay? We are barely making things work with one image here. And when I was like having trouble with my vision, it was making it to where I could just, I was seeing double all the time. Like I said, I thought I was dying, again. It's not funny when it's happening to you, because you really do feel like something's wrong, okay? But when I look back on all the health anxiety, and I've had stuff wrong with me, okay? It's not like it's always been nothing, but every time I look back on it, I'm like, what an idiot. What a psycho. You're so, why can't you just be chill? You know what I mean? Hey Gretchen, what's up? How many dogs do you have? I have a lot of dogs. I am scared to tell you. I have the amount of dogs I be having. I have a lot of dogs. Nicole, what's up? Glasses cause I heard the contacts were hard to see with. Glasses, oh, that's what you're wearing is glasses. Okay. So I've been wearing contacts since forever. Because they found out I needed glasses when I was just a wee little thing. Not a baby, because I'll tell you, I don't understand how they can tell a baby's not seeing. So whenever, I'm so ADD in how I carry on a conversation, y'all are gonna break a sweat and log off. How does a baby, when they do those baby reveals, when they put the glasses on the baby and the baby can see, how do they know that? How did they know the baby couldn't see? Like, they must have had severe vision issues where like the mom's at the other end of the room doing this and the baby can't see it. Is that what's going on? I hope the answer is not something that makes me sound like an idiot. Like, because I think those are the cutest videos ever. I just don't understand. Because no one knew that I had a vision problem until I was in like 5th grade. And they were like, what's wrong? How come you can't see the board? And I'm like, I can't see it. I don't know. Like, I have to be in the front row. And then they had me go test my vision. And then all of a sudden they were like, holy shit, you need Coke bottle glasses. Like, you ain't been able to see nothing your whole life. I remember driving home from getting glasses and being like, holy shit, they have billboards? Like, I didn't even know billboards were a thing. So I just don't understand how they know when the babies can't see. I think it's cool though. Thank God those little babies don't have to go through their first whole experience of life not seeing a damn thing. And you know, I used to get hollered at so much because I was up in front of the TV. I bet my Nana feels so bad about that now. If I ever live stream with her, I'm gonna be like, how do you feel about that? And tell me to get away from the TV 500 million times. Yeah, I think it's usually signs like they walk into walls. Oh yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Or if they aren't able to see a ball thrown at them, etc. These are very, very good clues. Don't you start barking! Let me go shut the door. Hang on. Hang on. You better hush, ma'am. That is enough of that. And I know that they're just going to come right back to the freaking door and they're going to be crying all over again to get back in. But anyways, yeah, those are really good ways to tell if your baby can't see. If you throw a ball at their face and they don't see it coming, that would be a huge indicator for sure. For sure. You live and you learn. Yes, I feel my eyes get so tired. I drive for a living. Just turned 50 this year. I have the trifecta of eyesight issues. You had 20/20 till 4 years ago? That is insane. God, what would a life be like with 20/20? That must be wild. Wild. Yeah, I usually think, okay. What's up, Latina Plants? Thank you. Just saw your latest plant shopping video with grand opening. Going to try to talk to my husband and take me tomorrow. Don't know about that place. Well, if you live locally, I think it's a great place to go to. She definitely has some rare plants in there. Like she had some mint Adansonii because I'm telling you, right when I got to the front of the shop, when the feed got really bad, well, that's where all the good stuff was. Like all the booby cactuses and the Venus cactuses, all the good shit, you know. And nobody could see any of that, so that's why I was like really bummed out and frustrated yesterday. But yeah, you could definitely go. And someone was commenting in the comment section they couldn't find it on Google because they were typing in SEA, like the C, like the trident C, you know, and it's C period KING tropicals. So that's how you can find it on Google. I just got reader glasses because my eyes are doing the same. They are tired from looking at a computer screen and phone screen all day up close. I can imagine. And when I use my computer to edit for because sometimes editing will take 2 or 3 hours, which is why I'm doing the full transition over to live streaming. I'm a live streamer now on YouTube, so what's up? My name's Rachel, your plant madam, and I'm a live streamer. Because the editing process is brutal, and I was consider myself to be pretty quote-unquote good at it and quote-unquote efficient, but it just takes too damn long. It just takes too damn long. I have health anxiety too, especially since I'm beginning my change journey. Every snap, crackle, pop, blur, palpitation, bruise is a OMG, I'm dying. That's so funny that you bring up palpitations too, because I think the last time I went live was like a year ago, and I told you guys that I had pulled a muscle in my chest, but it felt like I was having a heart attack because every time I would go for a walk around the block, you know, and you would go to take like a deep breath, like it felt like my chest was caving in, dude. It hurt really bad. And I think looking back on it now, I know it's because I was working out and I was leaning back on the incline bench and I went up to the 35s, okay? Now, that didn't occur to me at the time when my chest was hurting. So that was like the first time I thought I was having a heart attack. And then when I was gone for the 9 months, I had to go to the literal cardiologist because I was having palpitations. And when I would have a palpitation, it would feel like a car that was running out of gas. Do you guys? Okay, so you know when you're in a car and it's running out of gas, it goes like boom, 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 boom. I swear to God, that's what I felt like my heart was doing. And I had to wear a heart monitor. I'm not shitting you guys. I'd wear a heart monitor for 2 weeks because I was so freaked out by it. I have severe health anxiety. I know. It's just a thing, and that's just who I am, and it's weird. But yeah, and they told me I had to push the button like every time I felt a palpitation. Luckily, I felt 2 palpitations while I was wearing it, and they said they reviewed the footage and nothing was wrong and my heart was fine and it wasn't doing anything. But I know I'm feeling palpitations, so I don't know. I guess you get older and your heart just tries to quit on a random Sunday afternoon. I'm not sure. I hear you about the editing. Yeah, man, it's brutal. I'm in Stillwell, but don't mind traveling that direction every now and then. Yeah, I think it's worth it, for sure. If you're in Stillwell, I don't think there's anything around you closer than that would have some pretty cool plants. I had indigestion one time and thought it was my heart. Okay, well, here's the deal. The reason why we have such bad health anxiety is because we have the internet. So they're constantly telling me stories on the internet about this 40-year-old woman who passed out at the wheel, or this 23-year-old that had a stroke, or this, it's always something. It don't matter how many times I tell my feed I don't like that shit, it keeps throwing it at me because it knows that I pause on it because I have health anxiety. It's just a loop, and I keep telling, like, that's why I try not to spend hardly any time on the internet besides being on it with you guys. I really truly do, because it sends me. Like, I start levitating because I'm like, oh my God, there's just too many things to worry about. I have really high anxiety too, just regular anxiety. If you couldn't tell by the way I'm speaking right now. Yeah, you're probably overthinking it. That's always the answer. Hey Joanna, thank you so much for coming. Miss you too, boo-boo. OMG, that happens to me sometimes, and I'll start doing jumping jacks to get my heart beating faster. Yeah, whenever it happens to me, I go like this. Like Red Fox, because I think it's the end. It's not funny, but it is. I have to laugh about it because obviously it's in my head, or I don't know, that's just what the doctor tells every woman, right? That it's all in your head. So if it's in my head, then I have to battle it mentally and laugh at it, because what else am I gonna do? You know, cry on the floor every time it happens? I can't. I got shit to do. No, sure, I've started my own little thing at my house for my local peeps to get hands-on plants. Yeah, living in Stillwell, 100%. Don't Google your symptoms. Yeah, I stopped the WebMD shit a couple years ago, back with the first heart attack. Not real heart attack, but assumed heart attack. That's when I stopped doing it. I can't, because I have a lot of symptoms, dude. I have a lot of symptoms. Yeah, that's the Red Fox. That's the Red Fox, yeah, for sure. I love live streams. I like that the content is current and I can be part of it in real time. I love live streams too. They're the shit. I really do like them. I don't know if I will ever do this, but some thoughts I've been knocking around in my head are, you know, when people stream with StreamYard, and then like I'm in a little box over here on the corner, and then we can watch something together. I was thinking we could watch things like maybe other plant channels content, or, you know, I don't know, just shit. We could watch some shit. I think it'd be really fun. But I'm gonna have to do some studying. I have to go get learned at the Learned Academy in order to do that. Because this whole live streaming thing is totally new to me, obviously. The first one I did was unlisted. If that clues you in on how, like, technologically savvy I am. I can figure it out, though. If you give me long enough, I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. Don't you worry. But I'm definitely thinking about doing that. How would you feel about that? If we looked at something together and maybe, like, I don't want to call it reaction, because it's not really a reaction. It's more of just like us hanging out and like watching something. I know you can't watch movies, obviously. You can't watch any kind of Discovery Channel shit, obviously. This one's coming out a lot easier, by the way. I'm just slowly pulling this little Anthurium. Damn, I bet this Anthurium's 2 years old. You have never seen a smaller 2-year-old Anthurium in your life. Ever. Check these roots out, though. They look really good. This is a pygmy. Pygmy something something. Get off. I'm trying to show you guys the roots. All this stuff stuck all over it. You like that idea? Cool. I'm gonna start trying to do it. I need help with this stuff too. So I might do, like, if I try to do the StreamYard stuff, I might do a link on Instagram and say, this is just experimental. Join if you just, you know, whatever. Because I don't want, you know, for people to come and like me screw it all up and my mic not be working and stuff. Like, just thinking about it makes me want to throw up. But I may put an unlisted link. That's a cute little dude. The leaves have just been a little discolored just from being in there so long. There was some leaf litter sitting on top of it, but it's got a new little baby leaf. Should I make up a new rare plant name because they're tiny and they've been tiny for so long? The amazing, rare, tiny Anthurium. I don't know what to call it. I'm not sharp enough for all that. I can't even believe, well, I can because I've been doing it, but I can barely believe that I've been live almost every day this week. It's wild. Here comes the big one. I'm coming for you, Elizabeth. Yeah, it's very that vibe. I really do grab my chest when it's happening. I've been really wanting to get into Anthurium, but I don't know where to start. Start cheap. Let me tell you that. Start cheap, because Anthuriums, excuse me, while Anthuriums you can also put in a box. They're not going to stay in a box for long because they grow really fast. If you give them the light, the space, the potting to grow fast, they will. And they will get huge. And I don't think that, and they'll also die really fast if you don't give them the water that they need. And if you don't give them the water that they need, they'll send out distress signals into your whole plant collection. And I'm not joking. They will manifest pests from the inside of their body. All kinds of different stuff. So it is, I would call it a intermediate plant for sure. If you get a cheap one, something like this for like 10 bucks, yeah, man, give it a shot. You don't need a box. You can put it in one, but you don't need one. People give Anthuriums a lot more credit for being sensitive, I think, than they deserve. I live in a seasoned climate where I have winter and summer. I don't keep humidity pumping into the air. I used to a long time ago have humidifiers, but I let that shit go long ago. And all of my Anthurium, when I did have them, did just fine. They did just fine. No worries, don't be scared. I found out that there is a huge lack of research in women's health when it comes to perimenopause and menopause. Not to mention that, like, I don't know anything about it. I think I know more about men's loss of testosterone as they age than I know about me losing progesterone and estrogen. And that's sad. Like, I don't even know why that is. Like, why do I know more about that? I guess because we hear more about it. But I want to be honest with you. Like, every time the perimenopause thing comes up in my feed, like, I just keep scrolling. I know that I need I know. I'm having a really hard time. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I want so badly to be the badass that just ages gracefully and is like, you know, look at me and I'm not worried about nothing. But I'm just going to be honest with you. Having this big birthday coming up has rocked my world. I'm trying so hard to be gracious and be grateful. Like, girl, some people don't even see this age. Like, how dare you even be upset about it at all? Like, I get all that, but at the same time, being a woman and turning this age, I think, is societally talked about a lot. Like, if someone's gonna insult you as a woman, they'll call you old, and they'll say some 40-year-old woman, or they'll say some 50-year-old woman, and that's how you insult women. Like, that's how I hear people insulting women, either commenting on their weight or their appearance or their age. And what sucks is like, I didn't want to be in that box, you know what I mean? Where that's the first thing someone's gonna say if they're upset with me is like, you're some 40-year-old man. I just hate it, you know what I mean? It sucks so much. Old or fat? Yeah, you fat, old, whatever. You know, that's just what it is, and I hate it. I wish we had stuff like that. No offense, like, I love men. Like, I'm not a man hater, but I wish we had a little bit more equal treatment across the board. You know, like, a man can just be old as shit and it don't matter. Like, there's no insults we hurl at an older gentleman. Like, I don't understand why. I don't get it. But we have all the insults for old women, you know? You old ass, whatever. I don't know. It's just a lot, and it's coming down on me hard, guys. It's coming down on me really hard. I take a bath almost every night. And when I sit in the bath, I just be thinking about it. Like, wow, I really can't believe I've made it this far, number one. Because when I was a teenager, I was pretty convinced I wasn't going to make it this far. But not only that I made it this far, but I've raised 2 boys that are about to be adults. Adults, okay? What a wild-ass concept. And then the fact that I'm about to have that birthday, sometimes it's just too much for my tiny little frontal cortex to handle, you know? Nicole, stop it. Shut up. Well, that's one of the misconceptions, and that it's only for middle age, but perimenopause has been recently documented in women in their 30s. I think that, speaking of that, I think that's because of the shit food we all eat. That's why people are experiencing perimenopause earlier. Not that I know shit about perimenopause, but hormonal changes and differences in our bodies, 100% the shit diet of, if you live in the United States, we have like the worst diet, like of anybody. And I'm not speaking for myself, I'm speaking for just the US. But I wouldn't be surprised at all about people having hormone problems on a mass scale early like that, for sure. I heard that like the testosterone of like a 70-year-old dude 50 years ago is now the testosterone level of like a 30-year-old man now. So it's all the microplastics in our nutsacks, guys. That's what's doing it. Stay out of the sun and moisturize it. Girl, I'm telling you. I have good genes though. I look 15 years younger than I am. Well, good for you. I'm fighting a hell of a fight over here. I look older than I'm supposed to. It's intense. I turned 41 today. Happy birthday. Oh my God. Good for you, girl. I feel you. Also me. Roberts has a great podcast. Mel Roberts. You know what? I think I watched Mel Roberts. I'm not 100% sure. But isn't he the guy that talks about like health and nutrition and stuff like that? I'm pretty sure I know who you're talking about. I just started with Anthuriums. I have the crystallinum, radicans, and clarinervium, and so far they're doing good. They're in ambient humidity and get bright indirect light. And I think they'll continue to do good because they're just not as hard as people say they are. I did have a hard Anthurium. It was the Anthurium metallicum, and it was difficult. And it didn't want to put out leaves. It didn't matter like how frequently I watered it or how good the light was, but that was like 1 out of what, 60 that was a hard Anthurium. I think Anthuriums are easy. They just look hard, but they're easy. You can do it, no problem. Wait for Meg Roberts. It's a woman. I don't know what that means. I don't know who Meg Roberts is. I don't know. What's really bad is that because of the lack of research, when women go to see the doctor, they automatically get prescribed antidepressants and anti-anxiety meds. Oh my God, just like me. I did, but I'm going to be real with you. I think I needed both of those things. I think they made the right decision with me. Oh my God, for sure. I think when I went in there to talk to the doctor, which I really like my doctor now, he's a really chill dude. But when I went in there to talk to him, when they put me on my stuff, it was like, he was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "I am not fucking okay. There is nothing okay going on over here. I have so many problems. How much time do you got?" Oh. But it's all better now. Well, not totally, you know, because I'm still a psychopath, 100%. But, you know, I'm just like not on that high of a level. I'm not crying all the time. You know how it is. You know how you get when everything makes you cry and you just feel like shit and nothing makes you happy and you got anhedonia and it's just, you know, sucks sometimes. But yeah, I totally agree. They don't study women's health for shit at all. I know more about men's health than I do women's health, and I'm a woman. I think that's all the demonstration you need, really. Mel Robbins, I think you would love her. She's no bullshit woman. She's awesome. Oh, is she a YouTube or is she like an author? I'm not sure. That's kind of like my feed anymore. Like, remember how we were talking about how our YouTube feeds are different? Like, no, I love plants. Like, you can see, like, I love plants. Even when I lost all my plants, I'm still out here committed to the plant game. But it's just not all the stuff I like to do. And I think my feed has kind of moved over in that direction to where it's like health and wellness, exercise, mobility, good recipes, you know, stuff like that. Because you just get bored, I think. I get bored of the same shit over and over again. So wait, I missed the first half hour of this. What happened to the second live vid that went up yesterday? So I don't know what happened. So whenever I got off and I told you guys my phone was about to overheat, it actually overheated, like literally less than 30 seconds after I got off the live. And then when it went to go upload, it just said uploading forever. And so it lasted like over 24 hours. So I just went ahead and put the kill switch on it. And I don't know why my lives aren't showing the live chat. Like it's taking a full 24 hours. Like if you're not here, then you gotta wait till like tomorrow to see the live chat. That don't seem right. I see other channels whose live chat is up within, it does take a couple of hours, I get it, but it's up way faster than mine is. And I just upgraded my internet speed so that we could do this. So it better not be my slow ass internet or I'm gonna have to make a phone call. Same, and then like, why am I crying for no reason? Oh my God. So that's something else that we could talk about for an hour. We got the opposite effect. The anti-anxiety made me and then sent me to the ER. Oh my God. Hell yeah. Well, you know your body better, dude. I feel you. Hormones suck. I have PCOS and struggle with weight and hormones. That is so freaking common now, the PCOS. I've been curious about whether or not I have it myself. She does everything. LOL, YouTube, podcast, books. Oh, okay. All right. Let me write that down. Because I would like to check it out. Okay, me a piece of paper. Hang on. Because God knows I won't be able to pull up the damn live chat afterwards to see who he was talking about. You see my little... Isn't that cute? I was just thinking Tony Robbins just now, but it's not the same. Here's something that we need to discuss that y'all need to have your little tinfoil hats on and be ready for. You're gonna get to go through like a moon time with me. You know what I mean? And I don't know how that's gonna go. So usually I would make videos. I would almost try to make videos ahead of time when I would really go into like being hormonal, and so that I wouldn't, you know, have to make a video because I get cranky. Like I'm just gonna be real with y'all. I get really cranky, and you guys are gonna be there next time, and it's gonna be weird. So you're gonna get to see how I'm like ha ha ha, having a good time. Luteal phase. I think it's luteal or follicular. I don't know. I'm in one of those phases. I'm having a great time, and then I'm gonna crash and burn. Okay, and you're gonna get to witness it live on the internet. So it'll be a lot of fun. And if you notice that my mood deeply changes and that you're like, is Rachel okay? I'm fine. I go through it every month. I'm pretty sure I have PMDD, premenstrual dysphoric disorder, where it's just really hard for me to handle the sway of my emotions when my cycle comes along. I actually have like the cycle tracker on my phone. I have it set up to where it will tell me 10 days before I'm supposed to begin, so that I know that anything I'm feeling or saying or doing or like making trips to like leave the country or, you know, hide my identity and go to Mexico, or all those feelings are not really my feelings. It's just the fact that I'm really messed up with my hormones. You know what I mean? I go through it. We're going to go through it. You're going to get to see it. It's going to be awesome. I'm like, hi Michelle. I know, it is weird. I'm gonna check her out. I wrote her name down. I do too. I call her Raging Jackie. That's funny. Dude, PMDD is the worst. I've never been diagnosed by a doctor. I can guarantee you that I have it. There's never been an online test I've looked at that didn't say I had it. There's like, it's obvious. The things that I go through and deal with 10 days before is not normal. Like there's nothing normal about what I go through. It's not just like, oh, I'm cramping. Oh, I got a headache. Oh, I want some chocolate. That's child's play. That ain't even close to what we're dealing with. It's a lot. I take a lot of baths and I stay to myself. I don't talk a lot when that's going. But see, that's going to. I'm going to be on here, and I'm going to be talking. There's no telling how that's going to go down. I should probably tell you in the title and just be like PMDD countdown day 10, and then you'll know for sure. Dude, I deal with PMD as well. Yeah, it sucks, Jessica. It sucks, and I feel like the people around you have to deal with it too, and that's really the part that sucks about it. That's why I just try to like put a ball gag in my mouth and go on about my day. I can usually tell when it's starting to, because like I'll get really mad about how clean the kitchen counters are. And I can tell that normally I'm pretty chill about what the kitchen counters look like. And then when I start feeling like rage bubbling up because someone didn't clean up after themselves, I know we're getting close, you know? Because normally I am a pretty chill lady, okay? At least 2 weeks out of the month, I'm one of the chillest people you'd ever know. Can't even hardly get me riled up. But the other 2 weeks, I'm a completely different person. Like, it's Dr. Jekyll and Mrs. Hyde. And that's just reality. And someday when I do go through menopause, I hope that some of my symptoms are going to be relieved, and that maybe I can be like the menfolk, and you know, just not have that roller coaster every month. I would look forward to that quite a bit, actually. It'll be nice, but I don't look forward to losing my hair, and it's a lot. It's a lot, you guys. Aging sucks. I want to be 30 again. This is bullshit. I had a hysterectomy 12 years ago, and that cured my problems with all that hormonal. I bet you it did. It's the best. I had 2 children, so I didn't need that stuff anymore. Yeah, man. They didn't offer me any of that after I had kids, or I would have said, you can take this uterus and you can toss it down the road. But they didn't do that. Actually, when I asked about a hysterectomy, and I live in the South, so keep that in mind. And I don't know if that affects, I'm sure it does. But after I had my second child, I asked to have a hysterectomy, and they told me no. Like, I would change my mind. Like, they were like, no, we don't do that. Like, you have to have more than 2 children or be older than a certain age. I think I was 21. Yeah, I was 21. Yeah, when I had my first baby. And then I was 22 when I had my second baby. I had them back to back, baby. You know what I'm saying? I was making limited editions, so I didn't want the time to run out on me. Didn't cure your chocolate cravings, though. Yeah, that's because chocolate's delicious. I was prescribed Lexapro specifically because I have PMDD. I take a higher dose for the week when I start feeling it coming. Does that actually do something for you? They put me on some, I don't think it was Lexapro. They always give me the off-brand name of it. So I don't never remember what the on-brand name is of whatever I was on. But I took myself off of it a couple months ago, actually. Not the anxiety, like emergency meds, but the other stuff, because it was starting to mess with me too. Mentally, as it were, you know. It's hard to find something that really does it for you. Ms. Liz, it's hard to find something. Yeah, I'm glad it worked for you, dude. I had severe endometriosis, so I had to get a total hysterectomy. That'll do it. My Nana had a total hysterectomy at 20 years old after she had her 2 kids, because she was having a lot of problems like that. So ain't nothing wrong with getting it early and stuff like that. I just would be, I didn't realize how attached I was to all my anatomy until I had my C issue. Was that last year or the year before last? Whenever I had my big C scare, I didn't realize how attached I was to all that stuff in my body until the thought of having it taken out was presented to me. And then I was like, whoa, hey, everybody just slow down now. And I had joked a lot about, like, you know, oh, well, I don't need it and stuff like that. But when the possibility was on the table for them to have to take it, like, I wasn't having a good time anymore. Like, it wasn't cute. And I'm glad they didn't have to. Let's put it like that, because I think all the symptoms that come along with that can be brutal on women as well. Like, some women don't experience a lot of those symptoms, and some women experience really hardcore symptoms. And knowing me, I'd probably be the latter, you know? So, yeah, dude, it's just a lot. It's a lot getting older. It's a lot to worry about. It's a lot to deal with. And frankly, I've had enough, okay? Frankly, I've had enough. Here's the big boy. Tote. Let me get some paper towels real quick. Can't do HRT. I'm on the risk list because my mom had the C, and I have neurofibromatosis type 1. HRT set things off for the worst. Oh my gosh, this sucks. had the same thing when I was younger. They leap and such. It was scary. Yeah, man, it is scary. I think women don't realize kind of how attached you are to that idea until you have to let it go, you know? But when we were talking about it, when I was going through it, and my Nana was kind of talking me through it, you know, she was like, you know, look, I haven't had one for the majority of my life, and I'm fine. You're probably going to be fine too. And I was like, yeah, you're right. I'm probably going to be fine. But all of a sudden I was like, do I want to have more kids? Am I done having kids? I have an 18-year-old. Well, he'll be 18 in a couple months. And a 17-year-old. And my ass was like, am I done having kids? Bitch, are you done losing your mind? Is what I should have asked myself. Oh, my God. Hell yeah, I'm done having kids. Now that everything's cool, I'm done having kids. Yeah. But for a minute there, I was actually thinking about it. That was when another one of our dogs came into the picture. Because I was seriously considering, and you guys are going to think I'm a total psycho, but I was seriously considering having another kid. Because I love Casey so much. And you guys know that. I really do. I love him to death, and he's like my hero. And some days I want to strangle him and bury him out in the backyard. No, that's not a real threat. It's just a joke. But I really do love him, and when I thought about, like, I wasn't maybe going to have one anymore, I was like, oh, man, like, you know, maybe me and Casey need a little Casey, you know what I mean? But no, we just got a puppy instead. So, you know, and I think he is better off having a pet, because whenever we did get said pet, like, he can't be bothered. Like, as lovely as a man as he is, and as great of a father as he would have made, he can't really be bothered. You know what I mean? Like, he's older, and, you know, I was like, it was a good decision not to fully do that. Because I would have been the one getting up all night with the baby. I would have been changing all the diapers, okay? Me. And I'm tired. I'm tired as hell. We've already covered this, so I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Here are all my these are my teenager, ew, every time I reach my hand in here, I'm sticking it in algae and it's grossing me out. I go like that. Disgusting. This is what I'm talking about. It's so gross. These are the teenagers. Looking pretty good. I'm just gonna like wipe down the inside rim or whatever, because it's really gross. Husbands, am I right? I tell you what, a mini Casey, are you sure you need that? No, I told you, temporary insanity is definitely a part of like what I struggle with. Oh my God, definitely. Temporary insanity. And my boys were, even, like, I brought it up just joking around, just having a hee ha ha. And my youngest was like, I don't think so. He's not into, my boys are jealous, okay? So, like, if we're somewhere and, like, I'm goo goo gagaing with a baby, like, if there's a baby in a high chair and I'm like, oh my God, look at you. My youngest, he's like giving me side eye because he's the only baby, you see, that I can love. He was the baby and he is the only baby, and he doesn't even like me goo goo gagaing over little babies. So I joined late. Are you getting these plant babies, teenagers ready to sell? I am. This last one that I pulled out was like way too hard to unravel. Well, sell/trade. I'm probably going to be doing trades with most of these, because I want to have enough that, like, when we go live or whatever, I want to have enough. You know, I don't want someone to be like, oh shit, I didn't get to do anything or trade anything. So a really easy way to do these is I got these little deals, and then I buy these little solo cups, and then I use the solo cup as a drain, and then I just stole water from the fish tank because I can't leave you guys for that long to go get a pitcher of water. But yeah, works good. It also works good as like a little container when I'm shipping them. I just put the lid over it like this. I use the bigger cups. But they ship so good. Like, I've never seen anybody get a baby Anthurium from me that looked bad. And I was shipping them in really high temperatures. So, and that's because of it's basically a miniature terrarium. A little cloche, a baby cloche terrarium, however you want to call it. And it ships really well that day. It's like, so, you know, your plant, if it's in like a little globe or bauble and it has a good root system and it's in soil, it can be in a box with no light for like 5 days and you can't even tell. Most things, for sure. Do the prop boxes only have moss? Yes. So I did an experiment with the box that had the begonias in it, and I think I mixed, they called it dirty spag. I got the idea from Botanicas, and they do dirty spag in their prop boxes and stuff. So I got the idea from them, so I tried it in my one begonia deal, but I just didn't like the way it looked, so I just didn't do it anymore. I thought I liked the spag well, but like everybody started saying that it was like not sustainable, and then I didn't want to be like a jerk and buying the non-sustainable stuff, you know. So I'm not sure what the 411 is on this spag. Like, are the people using artificial sphagnum moss at this point? I'm not even sure. Would love to buy it from your shop. I know, I'm gonna open it back up, you guys. I can't believe I've taken this much time off and put it on vacation this time. You bought a Magnificum X Warrock last year from you. So pretty. Oh my gosh, is it looking good, Jessica? I can't believe it's still alive. Good for you. Netto Squishy. Will you be selling any though? I would love to have a plant from you and have loved and cared for. Hey man, yeah, I'm going to have several different things. I'm not going to have a ton because I don't have a ton of stuff. But it's mostly going to be Anthurium babies. No just putting a certain number. This time, the Anthuriums are actually going to be numbered. And it'll be things like Anthurium babies, Scindapsus Silver Lady, some Baby Bunny Trandescantia, some Paulownia repens. I'm trying to remember what else. Oh, and I'm gonna start some variegated string of hearts, but I don't think those will be ready. I don't think those will be for the shop either. Those will probably be for the Dirty Plant Hoe trade. Yes, Planet Chores today, my dearest Andrew. Welcome. Okay, awesome. Sounds good. Okay, do you have any idea of the things you are wanting for the trades? No, and I'm not picky either, because, well, especially not here in the beginning, because my collection is so devastated and so low that I don't care. Like, obviously, I preferably don't want golden pothos and, you know, stuff like that. But beyond literally golden pothos or marble pothos or whatever, if anybody's got like little orchid babies or cuttings, I prefer things to be rooted. You know what I mean? Because otherwise I would hate for you to send it my way and it to not make it. You know what I mean? If things aren't rooted, it's really hard for them to survive, like in the mail and stuff like that. And I don't even have a P.O. box right now. So I'm going to have to go and open up my P.O. box again because I can't just, you know, like mass give out my address and shit. I would, but I can't. Yes, Hoya. So I've got a Hoya Matilde. And I have a Hoya heart shape, no? Is it a heartleaf obovata? A heartleaf obovata splash is what I have, I'm pretty sure. And I have a regular heartleaf, but you guys know those take forever to grow. And I mean forever. And then I have, what else is it? I can't even remember what else I have, guys. Oh, I have a crap ton of philodendron Campos portuanums. Crap ton. That's a cast iron plant. I'm going to tell you guys, whenever we're talking on live and I say something's a cast iron plant, that bitch is cast iron, okay? Like, almost unkillable. The only way you're going to kill it is if you put it in a closet, dude. Because them bitches live through anything. And I mean it. Okay, I got some dragon tail, some campos. Yeah, man, and some exotica. Like, we are down to the nitty gritty, like, baby nubs of plants around here. It's kind of embarrassing. But what can you do? What can you do? Do you have any idea of the things you're wanting to trade? Would you consider trading by mail in the U.S. versus local? Oh, yeah, that's what we're going to do, baby doll. We are going to be trading through the mail. Like, I'm going to be packing these plants up and sending them to you. If you guys don't feel comfortable mailing plants, that's cool. But yeah, I can't really meet everybody to do like a plant trade in person, you know what I mean? But we're gonna be mailing for sure. Sends all the clays. Yeah. Don't. That's rude. Why would you do that? I have a Marble Queen Pothos I'm ready to trim. Send it on over. We'll trade. I'm telling you, I'm not picky. I just really the plant trade for the dirty plant hose is not so much about me getting exotic plants, so much as it about just like sharing, like us all sharing our plants within the community, you know? I've been there, done that, I did that whole thing and you guys watched me do it. I'm not into plants like that anymore. I just want to like, yes, I still get the excitement and stuff when I see stuff that's rare and like I can afford and stuff like that. But for the most part, that's not my goal. Having a big giant collection full of really rare things is not my goal. Babies are mature. Still have your mature campo from the olden days. These are all babies. I don't have a mature campo in the whole house. They all look like the Mekins. The Campos Portuatums, I don't even know if I'm saying that right. I call them Campo for short. They are the most beautiful babies. They look like Mekins except for like a philodendron and a Mekins had a baby. But once you let them crawl, they will develop the tri-leaf pattern. And it's also beautiful and silky and green and everything, but I prefer them in the juvenile state, and that's how I'm gonna have them. I meant to give you Hoya cuttings in the trade. Sorry for. Oh yeah. Hoya. I like Hoya too. Yeah. Can confirms Campos want to live. Yes, they do. Oh my God. Yes. Oh, and I'll send you some plants. What was one that you didn't kill? That's the one. Okay, you want to hear about my most cast iron plant in my whole collection is sitting right here in front of me. Probably one you haven't heard of, other than me talking about it, and it's the philodendron Orsolexii. This pot was behind the pool table. Okay, this whole portion of the plant had completely went like this, fallen completely out of the pot. Roots were completely exposed, okay, and was soft. And then I put it back in here, and it's growing leaves and roots again. So that's the philodendron Orsolexii, and it's a beautiful leafed plant. It's gorgeous, and it wants to live. Okay, it will find a way. I have several cuttings of this thing all around the house because you can't kill it. You can't do it. It's bad. Aw, thank you, QR. Holy moly, I have so many Campos. Me too. It's like, they will take your shit over, for sure. I was gonna say, the Darren Chonky Boy. Yes, that is the Darren Chonky Boy. The big ass piece of the root that he sent me, the big thing, it rotted halfway up just trying to get it to root. It was such a big surface area of softness that it was really impossible. But once it rooted, you can't keep them down. Like the Campos, cast iron plant. Orsolexii, cast iron plant. You can't kill that shit. If you're killing it, you're committing murder. If you're killing it, it's because you set it on fire. Okay? And I got a little, also I have a variegated, a lipstick plant in here that Megan sent to me like many moons ago. And it's actually growing out of the side of my little container there. I got so distracted talking to you guys. Skinny queen. Yeah, right. I'm like 10 pounds up right now. You killed your first Campo? Oh, it's probably a baby. It was probably a baby. It wasn't gonna make it. It wasn't gonna make it anyways. No, the Campo's, yeah, once it's like established a good root system, it's good. It's good to go. I don't know. Y'all will see, like I said, a lot of, probably you'll see me make a lot of mistakes and make a lot of faux pas, and you know, it is what it is, you know. When you're live like that, you're gonna say some shit. I told Casey it was okay for him to text me and call me today because yesterday he was blowing my phone up while I was live. I was like, boy, what are you doing? Yeah, man. I haven't thought about just keeping it in the water. I'm sure you could. My mom killed a snake plant, like what happened? Snake plant is hard as fuck to kill, so for real. I think your mom wasn't interested in keeping that plant alive at all. I had one almost die in my bedroom, by the way, so. I think it's like an out of sight, out of mind. Because I definitely wouldn't walk past a plant that's like super struggling. Yeah, I would. I take that back. I will walk right past you. But the likelihood of me walking past you and not watering you is much lower if you're in my line of sight. So you can't be putting plants in places where you don't like see them all the time, or you're not gonna be in there all the time, because that is a recipe for disaster. Take it from me. I'm a mass murderer of plants. Oh yeah, man. Any hoozles. Let me pick one out of here. And some of these leaves look really bad because, like I said, the leaf litter, once it lays on the other leaves, it can kind of damage the leaves a little bit. So I want to pick out a pretty boy from here. Now, why did these ones get bigger and the ones in the other container didn't? Why do you think? Because I don't know. I have no idea. I just think the whole thing's pretty wild, weird, crazy stuff. Hang on. I gotta concentrate so I don't pull like every root out. Hang on. This is gonna be a big boy. It's cuffing season. You need a big boy in your life. I asked everybody when I got out of the car and I was going into the plant shop yesterday, and I was like, it's 7 p.m. Friday. How many degrees is it? Nobody knew. I was like, it's 95. It's 95 degrees. It's 7 p.m. Friday. It's 95 degrees. You know, that's how hot it was outside yesterday. Okay, I busted the ones on the bottom off, but it has plenty. That looks pretty good. This is like, you see how much bigger in contrast? Same age. Same age. I don't know. It's confusing. Does that leaf look okay? Yeah, I think it was just getting more light. A little more see-through than the other one. Do I still have my Esqueleto? No. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. You tell me, dude. I don't know. I do not still have my Esqueleto. And I wish I did. You know, it's been really hard. Because Casey, he'll be like, when we go looking at plants, or if I'm looking at plants online, he'll be like, didn't you have that? Didn't you have that? Didn't you have that? And I'm like, yeah, man, I had it, okay? It's dead, okay, man? It's like we have to go through it like every other day. I'm like, shit, I'm a piece of crap. I told you already. I killed a bunch of shit. Pretty much if I don't say, hey, I've got that at home, you just rest assured I murdered it in cold blood and I don't have it anymore. Quit asking. I'm not talking about y'all. I'm talking about Casey. I don't mind y'all asking. He knows better. He knows there ain't no damn plants around here. You have fish. Show them, please. What your shopping outside is. Oh, thank you, Miss Liz. I was informed that I was showing too much of boobage yesterday, and not by y'all. So And let me just say, that dress came down to right here. It really didn't go down very far. Nothing was pressed together, okay? And it's just a lot. There's a lot going on down there, so it was too much. It was the angle of the camera also. It was like shooting, it was a lot. I love that dress too. It's from Hollister and it has pockets. So thank you very much for that compliment. It's the best. You know, I went into Hollister this whole spring and summer. They didn't have nothing new. When did Hollister quit putting out new shit? They had the same crochet dress they had there 2 years ago. I done bought that shit. I need new shit. They have really cute dresses at Hollister. They're my favorite. They're made really well. They wash really well. They don't shrink. Everything at Hollister, and I have to drive, like, by the way, I have to drive like an hour and a half to go to Hollister, but everything at Hollister, I buy one of their like extra large t-shirts, wash it, and it's the same size when it comes out of the dryer. It's, what a blessing that is, to not get like literally screwed on everything that you buy. Clothing is just too hard to get screwed on. That dress was probably like 40 bucks or something, but it was worth it because it's made well, it has good pockets, it has good sewing. Like, I'm a girl of a certain age, I have to have quality, you know? I can't do this like Temu, whatever, Shein, like, no offense, like do your thing. But for me and my family, I can't do that cheap clothing shit. It falls apart and then I have a breakdown when I pull it out of the jar like, this piece of shit, look at this. I can't believe this thing fell apart and I only wore it one time. Oh, I want to show you guys something really cute that I got. Hold up, un momento, where's all the clean clothes? Oh, here it is, hang on. It's a jumpsuit. I think I'm gonna wear it tomorrow to the opening. Hang on, let me move this dilly. Hang on. I'm gonna show you the fish in a minute. Check this out. You can't see the whole thing, but it's this cute ass jumpsuit, and it's like you can see like your bra or whatever through it, and then the bottoms are like really loose at the, oh my god, you guys, this thing is so cute. And I've already worn it like twice, and I was so, that's what made me think of it. I was so afraid that it was gonna shrink and like the legs were gonna become high waters when I put it in the wash, but it didn't. I'm almost to where I'm putting everything just hanging up to dry because I can't deal with that anymore. It's too much. I'm unloading a lot of shit on y'all this morning. I'm sorry. I'm feeling a little wacky. Yeah, Hollister is underrated. Yeah. Shut up, Owen. That's so cute. I love it. Thank you. I'm telling you, you guys are really, when I show you the full fit tomorrow, you're really gonna like it. I've got a pink tube top, I have a purple tube top, and I have a black one. I think the black one will look the best under it. But yeah, like, it is so easy breezy cover girl because the wind just goes right through that thing. So I'm thinking about going to the grand opening of the tropical plant shop, but I'm so scared to do that, you guys. Like, that's not my thing. I don't normally put myself out there like that, but I'm thinking about doing it because she's gonna have like door prizes and stuff, and I really want to be supportive, you know what I mean? Like, it's scary to open up a small business, and I want to be supportive, and it's just, I don't know, you know, if I go Saturday, I can go with Casey. I think I want to go Saturday. I don't want to go by myself. It's too scary. Not scary, but you know, I say scary, what I mean is like, scary. I meant scary. That's what I meant. Yeah. Okay, I have a 70s bag, but it's not crochet, but it's close. I do have a little, it's got a little wooden handle on it. I think one of these lives, and I know today it's very planty oriented, and I get it, on how, what? Boy, you better get out of here. I forgot what to say now, because you took me off track. Can't remember. Oh, you want to see the fish? You're on a stand right now, so hang on. Oh no, I don't think this is a good idea. Oh wait, you're connected to the charger. I can't do that. I don't think you can see them. They're over here in the corner. I don't know if you can see them. I got a white one and he's calico, and I got an orange one that's calico. Well, you'll be able to see them better next time. Right now I have to be plugged up to the charger. Sorry, buddy. Anxiety inducing. Oh, I started going to a board game meeting once a week to start socializing more. That is such a good idea. A board game meetup. So what I was thinking about doing was doing pottery. I was thinking maybe I could make some friends doing pottery. And I know you guys are my friends or whatever, but I think that in order to try to live longer, I may need to interact with people. They say people with no friends die when they die prematurely. People with no friends die prematurely. So I've got to start interacting on a physical level with somebody, or I'm going to die. That's the next thing that's going to kill me. I don't know, guys. That one looks good, though. That one came out really nice. Look at the red leaf on this one. They come out really good. Some of these look like shit, though. I'm not going to lie. They don't look like shit because of pests, though, and that's what matters. That's what really matters. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Wrong one. It's another baby. His leaf looks a little whack, but it's fine. It's fine. Pottery, paint, and sip. Paint and sip is a popular thing right now. So I know it is in like other places, but it's not popular here. I don't even know if we have a pottery shop here. I remember long, long ago when I was a little girl, I used to go, and I loved it. Like, because they always have cute mushroom stuff for you to paint. And I love, you know, one day we're going to do, that's what I was going to say earlier. My ADD, this is going to be exhausting for some of you. I'm really sorry. It's really planty today, but we're going to do other things. Like, we're going to have try-ons where you're literally in my room posted up, and then I'm going to be trying stuff on for you from, like, hauls that I've gotten. It's not always going to be plant-oriented. But sometimes it is. Because sometimes I'll be out here messing with my plants, so. I'm sure there'll just be less people probably in the chat on the days when I'm doing try-on hauls and stuff like that. Although I don't know why, because I love watching a try-on haul. See, the reason why these need a couple of weeks to be prepared is because I did have to snap a couple of roots off. Look at that red leaf. What a beauty. This one's kind of ugly. Look at that one. Beautiful. I love jumpers. Try American Eagle. I just got done. Just got cute jumpers for a steel. Okay, so where I got mine was, and it was a very unusual spot, but it was Dillard's. And the first one I tried to get was from Fashion Nova, and it was a green one, but it shrunk in the dryer. What an idiot to put something from Fashion Nova in the dryer in the first place. Like, that was pretty stupid. But yeah, it shrunk. And so then it's like the legs of it were all high waters. It's like, it's not the same look. It needs to be baggy at the bottom for it to be the right look. Defo, not high waters. That's not it. But I got mine at Dillard's. And I know it's kind of an unusual place to get some stuff, but we went up there 3 or 4 weeks ago or something like that, and Casey had some work stuff to do, so he just kind of dropped me off at the mall, and I was like wandering around and stuff, and I found so many cute clothes at that Dillard's. Like, it's hard to know, like, is Dillard's getting more cute stuff, or am I just getting old? And that's why I like Dillard's. I don't know. I hear you, girl. I murdered so many plants because I couldn't be bothered. I overwhelmed myself during COVID. We all did. The majority of us overwhelmed ourselves during COVID. But it's okay because we're all collectively moving on and none of us give a shit. I don't give a shit if you killed plants. I'm pretty sure you guys don't give a shit if I killed plants either. So I'm just not going to care about it anymore. You know? Yes, I killed the plants. dirt dust. Ugh, disgusting. I need to go outside, and there's a lot of things I would do if I wasn't on live. Like, because of that dirt dust, I would go outside and put the hose to it and make it mud so it didn't do that. I hate that dirt dust. Annoying. It's like I don't need a dust facial. I really don't. I really don't. Wait. You see that? Probably can't see it. It's gross. Complain about it every time. I swear, school needs to start back up. I told the boys, I said, don't be screaming in there on your video games and making it sound like a grown man is coming to murder me. You'll freak out everybody on the live stream. I woke everybody up this morning, though. I'm getting them back on the schedule. I didn't wake the little one. I say the little one. When I say the little one, I mean my youngest. I don't mean that he's little. Okay? It's just he's my youngest. I'm stealing water, and I don't care. I didn't put drain holes in them. Shit. I'll do it after the fact. I cannot believe that I shut the door and the dogs have not been beating the damn door down. What an amazing thing. I got a pottery wheel and kiln? Girl, you got a kiln? Aren't those like really? Yeah, man. I heard those are like big deals, those kilns. Oh, I have a varicosum too. I forgot to tell you guys. Like, it's in there, man. I can't show you. It's really heavy. The leaves are like this big. So, but it's in there. I still have one. Thank you for the live with the Sally Beauty. I got the stuff the lady showed you. I put it in order and had it delivered that day. Did my hair yesterday. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad it came out good. Way to go, Nicole. Thought about stealing fish water from my plants. My plants are always an inch lower than they should be. Yeah, this is low. It's low. It's low. That don't stop me. Don't let things slow you down, Andrew. Don't let it slow you down. Casey wants to go get one of those disc fish, and he wants to see if it'll live. And I said, that sounds like maybe it would die. And then he said, that's fine if it dies. And I said, I don't think that's fine if it dies. He's kind of, he's a little less, you know. He's like, it's a fish. And I'm like, it's not a fish. It's important. It's special. He's really not mean, you know. He was just wanting to see, because they were saying that the discus fish are super fussy about how they like their stuff to be, right? And Casey he full on believes that the water stays really, really clean. So he believes that it would be a testament to how clean the water stays in the aquaponics. To me, it sounds scary. Hey, Cafe. Discus are no joke. Okay, it's a bad idea. It's a terrible idea, am I right? It's a terrible idea. I don't know, Chaz. The white on the monsteras just be whitened. I don't know. I think it's because I don't water them. Because they're accustomed to water culture. I think a lot of times when people have their monsteras that are variegated in soil, they experience some, what do you call that when the cell walls burst when you water them? Sometimes they pull up too much water when they're in the dirt. And then they have some cells burst, and that ruins the white. I think that's my hypothesis for what ruins the white. It's just on occasion you might water just like literally 2 tablespoons too much. Yeah, edema. And then I think the edema happens in the leaves, and the more sensitive part would be the variegated part. But that's just what I think. It may not be really what's going on. But yeah, ever since I've had these in aquaponics, I am not a part of the equation anymore. Essentially, when they go in there, I'm not the mommy anymore. The water is the mommy. And the only job that I have is to take a baby wipe and wipe the leaves down to keep the pests at bay. That's my only job. I like my tetra and cories. Yeah, I love those little cories. They're cute. Oh yeah, that's right. The guy said that they were tropical, so it has to be. Yeah, he's on drugs. He didn't know what he's talking about. We were just bullshitting in here in the morning, and he was talking about it. But I forgot the guy said that you had to have a heater. Like, there's no heater in here. I'm not gonna let it happen. Don't worry. I'll keep him away from the fish. Would you ever get a mantis shrimp or anything other than fishies? Oh yeah, yeah. I love aquariums, but I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if it's because I have anxiety, or because I have a nervous tick, or because I'm just like a bad person in general. But the sound of running water like really fucks with me from time to time. So sometimes it's soothing and I'm fine. And sometimes the sound of water behind me, it just like sends me. Like I can't deal with it. Like I have to shut the pump off. I have to leave the room. Like I can't deal with it. I don't know. It's just like noise pollution bothers me. So I love the tanks, but the noise pollution, I don't want any more in my room. Does that make sense? The one next to my bed is not okay. And it's so heavy because of the water in it. It's like I can't move it. I've already committed. It's done deal. But I would not recommend putting a fish tank right next to your bed. That was so dumb. You think, oh, that's what I thought when I put it there. I was like, oh, the water is so soothing. It'll help me sleep. Bitch, I don't even think so. More like make me need to pee every morning at 2 a.m. because subconsciously I can hear a babbling brook next to me all night long. It's terrible. Baby wipes to wipe down the leaves, it doesn't harm them? No. No, I use the kind, I have to have baby wipes for other disgusting reasons because I have French bulldogs and they have trouble with their back ends. So I get the kinds that have no perfume. They're just like basically a wipe with a little bit of soap on it. It doesn't hurt them at all. Totally unaffected. What's up, Arthur? I bought a bougie filter. Oh. Yeah, we don't have filters here. We just have PVC pipe that splashes into the water. We're too good for filters here. I hope you can see my expressions that I'm making in my face. Yeah, I was like, can we please just do a filtered like a waterfall and then do the bubbles, and can we please? And it's like, it doesn't work that way. You gotta have the leca. It's gotta go through the leca. It's gotta splash, because if it doesn't splash, it doesn't aerate the water. Yeah. I don't make the rules with the fish tanks, unfortunately. He makes it sound like I make all the rules, but I don't. He plays the victim. Casey's favorite role on the internet with me is the victim role, because I'm so mean. Such a bitch. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. Yeah, he's not wrong. You're right. You're right. But obviously, he likes it. Okay? Or he wouldn't be here. Obviously, he likes it. See, I don't feel sorry for men when they get in these situations, because obviously they like it. Clearly. Good morning, Kristen. Yeah, I know, Shield, I know. It's just so damned annoying. Like I said, sometimes I'm not bothered. Sometimes it's very soothing, and sometimes it makes me want to. I have a lot of female rage issues. Like I said, 2 weeks out of the month, I'm fine. I'm a very calm person. But the other 2 weeks, it's like I can't hear the water. Yeah, it's a whole ass mess. So hopefully you guys can relate to that in the chat. And there are probably some real sweeties in the chat being like, oh my God, you sound psychotic. It's okay. You know, sweeties get along with people like me really, really well. I don't know why, but I attract the sweetest people. And they're like, what is wrong with you? And I'm like, I don't know. You dare. I had a sponge filter in a tank and the bubbles drove me nuts. It's insane how much it drives me nuts. Do you find the baby wipes leave a visible residue on the leaves? Yeah, from time to time. If I get the really cheap baby wipes, it'll leave lint. Not residue, but it'll leave like some lint from the baby wipes, and that's kind of annoying. But if you don't like either one of those things, you can just use a washcloth and get it wet, and then use like a tiny bit of dish soap on it and wring it out, and it's basically the same thing as a baby wipe, and it won't leave lint. But like I said, I wouldn't buy baby wipes specifically for the plants, but I have to have it because my French bulldogs, when they go out and use the bathroom, a lot of times they have cacas on their bobos when they come back in, and I have to wipe their little bottoms. Like, I just now felt a heart palpitation. Oh my God. I haven't felt one in a really long time. It does. It feels like a car is about to quit on me, like a jalopy. What if I died on live stream? Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm so glad I have kids here. I know. I know, Shield. My sign is I'm a Libra. I have the scales of sanity. Sometimes I'm good, sometimes I'm bad. I like the baby wipe idea to clean leaves. Yeah, man. Hey, somebody's gonna need to come get these plants. If I was to croak, it's over for the plants. No one's coming to help them, save them, water them. Which, I don't know, maybe Casey would feel distraught enough about losing me to come water them. Maybe he'll feel like my spirit lives on through the plants. I don't know. You know, I heard some interesting statistics the other day that if a man, these aren't specific, obviously, I don't have it in front of me, but if a woman dies in a long-term marriage, then the man typically gets remarried within 3 months. And the woman typically never gets remarried. Okay, we're looking at very big differences here. If the woman passes away, the man gets remarried typically within 3 months. And if the man passes away in a long-term relationship with a woman, the woman typically doesn't get remarried. So I think the problem you would need to worry about if I died was who's the new plant madam. It's what you're going to have to worry about. Not about my plants dying. I'm sure some heifer will be in here fast enough to water these shits anyways. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I'm not saying him in particular. I'm just saying men. You know, that's how y'all are. For my leaves, I use a mixture of water, dish soap, and peppermint essential oil. And that's a really good idea because that'll keep the pests away for sure. I used to have peppermint oil and lavender oil, but I don't know. I guess people like to play with it around my house because it keeps disappearing. I'm not 100% sure. Libras unite. Hey, Mary. Do you take anything with elderberry? It gives my mom heart palpitations. No, I don't take anything. No, I take allergy meds like Allegra, and I take a baby aspirin because I'm psychotic. And then, yeah, I think I just take a multivitamin, a women's multivitamin. Yeah. Very telling, yeah. I know. 3 months, what the heck? What do you mean? What do you mean? I can barely see the chat. Because how the light's shining in the room. Alright, so far, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, technically 3 teenage and 2 baby Anthuriums ready to do the plant trade. I need to decide what day I'm going to do it on. Let me look here. So I can start getting prepared and you guys can start getting prepared too, because like for whatever, if you want to trade. Let me look at my calendar. It's the 8th. Our school starts in next week. So I don't want to do it next week because that's going to be really hectic. How about we do it on... How about we do it on the very last day of the month? Let's do it on Saturday, August the 31st is when we're going to do our first Dirty Plant Hoe plant trade. That's for the higher level on my memberships. Now, if you don't want to do the memberships, that's fine. I'm going to also try to get some plants on my Etsy. My goal is to have my Etsy off vacation by the end of this weekend and have at least one thing listed. So that's the goals. So 31st for the Dirty Plant Hoes. They get remarried in only 3 months. Yeah, I already forgot I said that. Yes, and that is wild. And it makes me very upset just to think about it. I told Casey I'd haunt his ass. Try me. Try me. I'll run that bitch off. No worries. I could never remarry. And that's how I feel too. But you know, these scandalous hoes, they will just turn coat on you as soon as your body's in the ground, man. Hubby is the only man to see me in the buff. Well, oh my word. Fancy pants. Hey girl, I was afraid I missed the hair dyeing live, but I think I'm lucky. No, Mary, we haven't done that yet. Tomorrow, we're gonna go to the, no. Saturday, we're gonna go to the open house because I wanna go with Casey. I don't wanna be by myself, y'all. It's too much to go by myself. So Saturday, we're gonna go to the grand opening at Seed King Tropicals. And they're open from like 10 to 5:30, I think, on the weekends. So we're gonna go to that. I don't know if I want to dye my hair tomorrow. That seems like a lot to do on live when I don't, like, I don't know what plus I don't have the other overlay color for my hair yet. I missed the details. How's the trade working? Well, that's just going to be, I'm literally not looking for anything in particular. This first plant trade, I just want to trade. So basically bring whatever you want. If, you know, obviously don't prefer golden pothos. But beyond a golden pothos, like whatever you got, and it's gonna be like a, I'm not sure how I'm gonna make it work because the chat always shows up differently to me than it shows up to y'all, so I can't do a first come first serve type thing. It's gonna take a little work between now and the 31st to see exactly how I'm gonna do it. I may do a number drawing type of situation, number all the members, and then do a random number selector, and whoever the first number that pops up, they're the person I'm going to trade with first, in which case they probably have first dibs. Or an even better way to go about it would be to put the Dirty Plant Hose in order of who's been a member for the longest. And just want to say, if you were a Dirty Plant Hoe for a long period of time, and then you downgraded, and then you went back up, it doesn't get rid of all the months you were. It keeps them. So if you upgrade, then it will show how long you've consecutively been, not consecutively, but the whole time total that you've been a Dirty Plant Hoe. So it does organize people in level of seniority, and that may be the way that I do it. I just scratched myself in the face, but that'll probably be the way I do it. How many Frenchies do you have? I have one. I have 2 Frenchies. I have Winston, the one y'all know and love and have known forever. And then I got a little girl named Beatrix Kiddo. During the 9 months that I wasn't uploading, and she is a doll, and I found her at we went on a birthday trip for me last year, and she was like being carried around by just some random couple, and she was tiny and adorable and gorgeous, and they were trying to sell her, and you know, it was like not something very expensive at all, like. And I was like, oh my God, they're just trying to like offload her. They're trying to get rid of her. You could kind of tell they were over it or whatever. And I just thought she was gorgeous. And Casey, of course, falls in love with every animal he's ever laid his eyes on, especially if they're little girls. So he just couldn't help himself. He was like, baby, if we don't take her, then God knows what kind of life she'll lead. And that's what ends up getting me in the end, is like, I always think that if dogs don't go home with me, they're going to live some horrific lifestyle where they endure abuse and neglect and all that stuff. So I'm saving them. You see? I'm rescuing them. okay? I'm rescuing them from a lifetime of mistreatment, okay? How many trade plants are you going to do? I'm not sure yet. I'm going to keep the community tab updated. Literally you're watching me do some of the plants right now because I know I have till the 31st. I have some Paulownia repens. It's a basic, like regular old houseplant, already propagating. I have a Syngonium that was once mottled. I think it's just green now also. So I'm going to make sure to have at least one for every dirty plant hoe that I have. By the time we come up to it, I'm going to count my dirty plant hoes. I'm going to make sure to have at least one for everybody so I can trade with everybody. And I've never done anything like this before, so it's a little intimidating, but it's fine. If I have a whole month between the time we do the live plant trade until the next one, I think that's a lot of time. And I could get everything shipped out without, like, because I already have a whole shipping station set up. That happened when I opened my Etsy shop. So shipping now is a lot less hectic than it once was. It used to be like, oh shit, I gotta find a box. I gotta get something to put in it. I gotta buy a bunch of stuff, but I don't have to buy a bunch of stuff anymore. I have my bubble wrap here. I have already have my shipping boxes. Got all the tape. Oh! Forgot this one didn't have a bottom. I was about to get water all over myself. Yeah, I got my little thank you cards. I got everything here, so it shouldn't take me like too terribly long. We need to meet my dog stream. Oh my god, I don't think that's a good idea. I'll just show them to you as they. I locked, not locked, but I shut the garage door, and I can't believe they're not pounding on it right now. I guess they found like a warm spot. They probably found a ray of light in the living room that trapped them or something. I can't believe they're not banging at the door. I feel the same way about my clearance plants. I have to buy them or they will end up in the trash bin. Isn't that crazy how we get to feeling like that about certain things? I'm terrible. I walked away, felt the other two crying. Oh my gosh, what a sweet little heart you have. I do feel like that at the clearance section too. You guys saw my Walmart. It's bad, okay? I have to look at, like if I felt like that over plants dying, I wouldn't have lost so many. So let's be for fucking real, okay? Really, I felt bad because they were killing the plants and not me. That's what really happened. I felt bad because they were killing the plants. I don't know, I think we're doing okay. Let me switch over and look how many members I have really quick to see how many that I need. I have, oh no, that's too many plants, hang on. Oh god, membership level. Oh no, dirty plant hoe. How many? Oh god. Okay, that's not too bad. I got 13. I got 13 dirty plant hoes, so I need to have 13 plants ready to do a trade. That's not that bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need a few more, but it's fine. It's fine. We'll be fine. It's fine. I feel that way about every big box plant. They're calling my name, but I need to save them. I know. We can't save them all, ladies. Can't save them all. I love African violets. And I know, like, last time I talked to my Nana, she was like, because I was just so convinced. These were little babies. These were little babies that were connected. Oh, shit. These were connected to the other bigger plants, but they're just little babies. I'm going to put them in the same pot. I'm going to start coughing. Excuse me. It's not too bad. I'll tell you that does. Damn it. Add one more hoe for show. Oh no. All right. I'll have some extra ones just in case. Hang on my booze, follow me. I don't want to show you the number. Did I show it? I don't know, I probably did show it. I don't know. He probably forgot I was on live. Hey, did you forget I was on live? It's okay. It's all good. No worries. I just thought you need... No. You won't be home? Okay. Alright. So I'm off duty for cooking. Sweet! Alright. Alright. I love you. Bye. Alright, Latina. Aside from golden pothos, are there any plants that are a hard pass for you? Thinking not only low tier, but too high maintenance. Yeah, I probably don't want anything super high maintenance because I don't have a tent anymore. I don't have like a Millsbow cabinet. Yeah, so probably nothing too, you know what I'm saying? Nothing too sensitive for sure, cause just some regular old stuff. Just some regular old stuff. Have you given up on begonias like me? Hell yeah, no cooking today, Mary. No, I haven't. But I did give up on all the begonias that weren't in a case. So if it wasn't in a case, then it died. And also, I know you guys know I had a ton of the begonias like this. Like I have the bowl. And then I would take another bowl and I would just put one on top of the other, like this. And that's what happened. I had a whole cabinet, not cabinet, but I had 2 rows in my tent that was like this. And I didn't have binder clips on either. You need binder clips, okay? Don't just rely on this stain. Because my dogs, I left the tent zipper door open. And they were just in here roughhousing and stuff, and I guess they went in my tent, like jumping in and out of it, and were roughhousing, and I guess someone banged up against it, and every single lid came off of my begonias. I guess they were really rough. And then I had a big ass oscillating fan. So within 24 or 48 hours, they were all dead. And that was hard. That was when I still had a lot of plants. That was before my back injury. That just hit hard. Because I truly do love my begonias. Like, they are the original, my favorite plant. Or my favorite, you know, family of plants. And that sucked so hard when I lost all that. I'm remembering the guttural feeling in my stomach right now. Just recalling when I walked into my tent and I saw all that. I was like, it was pretty bad. No cooking today, so no Milanos or Glorious or something like that. No, I can do the Glorious for sure, but I don't know about the Milanos. I don't know about the Milanos. But yeah, the Glorious for sure. I would love to have a Glorious again. Yeah. I named my rescue African violets Flora, Fauna, and Merryweather. Oh, from Sleeping Beauty. That's so cute. Lily Meowington, welcome to the official Dirty Plant Hose. Thank you for becoming a member. And Nicole Harry, welcome to the Dirty Plant Enthusiasts. Thank you so much. Definitely feel the same. I got a pet collector myself. I have 3 ferrets, 2 full-grown cats, and 1 kitten. 2 adult dogs and 1 puppy, 3 goats, and 1 guinea pig. It happens, okay? It happens. And it's usually slowly happens over time. And I don't think there's anything wrong with having a large amount of pets if you take care of them. The amount of money I spend on NexGard, flea treatment, heartworm treatment, I mean, I'm going into the poorhouse over it. You know what I mean? Like, if you take care of them, I think it's okay. Oh my gosh, there's this one guy I see on, like, I don't know if it's the Dodo or whatever, but he has a rescue of like 100 Chihuahuas. He has 100 Chihuahuas living with him. So I'm like, oh my God, I would love that so much. He's got like a little Chihuahua ranch. Have you ever seen that guy? Oh, I don't know if your messages are getting retracted because you're saying ho, but you can't type that. You just have to say DPH or something like that. Sorry guys. I love the chat's strict, it's not me. I love begonias too, and I started watching you to help with their care, but the leaves always got wet somehow and they go downhill. It is difficult. I'll show you how like I adapted to that. Here's my lip gloss. I need that. I adapted to that by using stuff like this. But I will tell you that I used to think that the leaves getting wet was a bigger deal than I think that it is. Like I used to think that if they got any moisture on them at all, that they would rot. And I had too many experiences of accidentally getting the leaves wet and nothing happened. So I think it's very specific to the begonia, whether or not it's gonna rot from the moisture. And I think it's the hairy ones that truly don't like it, because they hold the water droplets between the hairs and it just kind of eats away the leaf, especially in a cloche, because there's no wind blowing. You don't have, yeah, there's not a lot of ventilation, so sometimes that water will be detrimental. Yeah, it's the chat itself, like it won't let you say certain words or things like that. I don't know why it got deleted. Maybe it was them that deleted it. Oh, okay, she deleted it. I was like, damn, he said host straight up. I don't know why would that be a problem. What's the one that gets me in the trade group? That would be the Dirty Plant Hoe. That's the top tier. So yeah, that's the top tier. The Dirty Plant Enthusiasts, I'm going to have a members only video out for you guys today, which is just some behind the scenes stuff of our getting our fishies in the fish tank. And then I also have that video that like I was trying to record a repotting, and I was trying to record like 5 things I learned in 5 years of keeping plants, but I only recorded number 1 and number 5. Thinking about going ahead and throwing that up for you guys too. And I have next week to actually just film inside that tropicals place so you guys can see the plants in there, because it's worth filming and seeing. Like, she had a lot more new stuff since the last time I went in there. It's worth seeing, especially if you live around here, because holy shit, we have been living in a rare plant desert for the longest, forever. So it's only fair that we see it. But yes, for the begonias, I get me a little ketchup bottle thingy, and it's like $1. And whenever I'm opening up my little whatevers and I'm watering, I always just go straight to the soil like this. And it's usually such a slow stream that we don't get a lot of splashback and stuff. You can also use the fish tank water because it's kind of filtered. Don't ever use straight tap water. Don't ever is a strong thing to say, okay? Try not to use tap water on your begonias. Try to use something else like rainwater, tank water. If you can buy distilled water in a jug, I recommend that. I used to buy the jugs, like no shit. I was so concerned about some of my really expensive begonias, I would buy a gallon of distilled water. And then my homie Darren hooked me up with a water distilling thing that you hook up, but my husband still hasn't hooked it up, and I think that was 2 years ago. So, and I can't hook it up. I don't know how to do that stuff. I love that guy. I have a Chihuahua and she's my whole world. I know, the baby dogs are so cute. Cannot find where to join. I need to change it. It's okay. It's okay. No worries. It's a lot easier to do sometime on your computer. And if you, did you get a sponsorship deal yet? No, I didn't get a sponsorship deal yet. No. But I will say, just like on that note, like not what he's talking about, but on that note, I feel like I've had a lot of good experiences with companies like Steve's Leaves, and I know Darren's not there anymore, and I know he's doing his own thing, but even since Darren left, like Steve's Leaves has always been really good to me for no damn reason. They didn't have to be nice to me at all. They just were, and I really love that. Like, they're an awesome company. Every time I go to like mention them or whatever, they always hit me up and like, and I'm not a huge channel. Like, you guys know, there's plant channels out there that are huge. You know what I mean? Like, gigantic. And I don't know why they still mess with me, or like, I don't know why they're still so cool to me, but they are. They are always so cool to me. And Darren, obviously, with his shop on Etsy, Silver Plant Daddy. I don't know if any of you guys are new, but definitely go check him out on Etsy. He's got some creepy, wild shit. He's got some plants, And he's got some creepy, wild, like for real looking human hearts and like all kinds of crazy shit. He makes special effects stuff. I remember the days of collecting rainwater for the plants. I was like, for the plants, like I was somebody. Now everything gets tap water and they deal with it. Well, mine get tap water too, but not my begonias because they don't like it. But the Dragon House Terrarium, that's another video that I could do, or like a live that I could do with you guys where we just check it out, or we could maybe put some new stuff in it. I don't really have it super populated right now. God, you should see the Madam Rachel in there. It looks so sad. And Casey was like, damn, you can't even keep your own namesake looking good? I was like, shut up. Mind your own business. Oh yeah, I need to go to my computer. I'll do that later. No worries, Nicole. We got all the way till the 31st of August. Silver Plant Daddy. Yeah, it's on, oh God, that's not the name of his shop. Okay, on Etsy, it's called Delirium Studio Store. And I'm pretty sure it's all one word. Delirium Studio Store. And he's another man that's been like super duper good to me. Like helping me out, like sending me some begonias, and we plant traded a couple of times back in the day. Like I've had some really, really good experiences with people in the plant community. You know what I mean? R.I.P. my with Lacucci begonia from Steve Sleeves. Is that not the greatest plant name in the world? With Lacucci. I want to interview that botanist. What made it without your coochie? What was the difference made there? No shade. Oh God, if Andrew starts anything with no shade, I'm scared to read the rest of it. Do you need or want any replacements from our last trade? Probably. I have to go back in our messages and check it. What's up, Emily? Yeah. All right. How much does that make now? That's 6 total. We're on a roll, kiddos. All right. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, looky there. See, here's some dead stuff. This is like, I didn't even see this tote up here. You're gonna see my tum-tum. Don't look. So this is a big box of dead shit that I was going, like, this is probably 1.5 years old, if not older. But look at what's living in here. That's what's wild. So dead. I didn't even know this damn thing was in here. Dead. That's got a green stem, so it gets points. Dead. But look what's live. That's why I like Hoyas. Look at this. Same environment. Same amount of water. These things are crispity, crunchity, peanut buttery. Okay? Crunch. Listen. Yeah. And this is why we like Hoyas. Because this not only is not dead, it seems to be growing. I killed so many plants and just gave up, and we had to move and left so many behind. Oh, no problem, Nutto Squishy. I'm feeling the exact same way. I'm getting back into it again. I will never, ever, ever overwhelm myself with plants again. Okay? Never. Because, let me tell you why. Because all this other shit is trash. I'm going to keep all these cups, though, because reuse, recycle. Dead plant. No shit. No, I didn't. Look here. You want to see something funny? It's right here. And it still has the same washi tape on it when you sent it to me. The intention for that was to take the red crystallinum that my homie from Instagram sent me and put it into that pond, and then it died. And I got depressed. Hoyas are the shit. I'm telling you, they're, bro, when everything else was dead in here, one of my Hoyas was blooming. I was like, okay, so I'm a orchid girl because they don't care what I do. I'm a Hoya girl because they don't care what I do. And I'm a begonia girl because I know better than to leave them out in the air. I put them up. These are, what am I doing? I need to dump these out. But yes, I am excited to like mess with my plants again. I never want to get like out of control with the shit ever again. But I am excited to piddle, to fiddle fart, to piddle around, you know, to have me my little thing back again where I have something that I like to do, you know. I also like making it a thing to go shopping on the weekends, you know, not to necessarily buy anything, but I like to go shopping, you know, I like to look at stuff. No, I didn't, no. No, unfortunately. And that wasn't even the original one. That was one my friend sent to me like as a backup one, and I lost that one too. Yeah. I could lie and say all these plants are like in a deep, dark, you know, magical place, but they're not. They're dead. They're dead. I don't know how many Anthuriums I lost. Like, I don't even want to talk about it. It's depressing. It's depressing, and we're moving on. Terrible. Tell me about it. You don't have to tell me. I already know. Terrible, terrible individual. All right, we got a long ways to go, but I gotta take a little smoke break. Smoke break. Do you guys put minerals in your water? Do you use electrolytes or not? I started using the electrolytes when I thought I had heart problems. Just to look at the pretty things, indeed. Indeed. And I had to like really take a look at myself and analyze like what was that happened to me during the pandemic. Did I have a shopping addiction? Was I emotionally compromised because of the pandemic? Did I like have a shopping problem because of the pandemic? Well, like I don't really know. Like I kind of just went crazy, I guess, with like all the stuff I was getting and just like the delusion of thinking I could take care of all that stuff. I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. I think I was distraught. I'm going to be real with y'all. I think I was a little mentally distraught during all that shit. And for some reason, the accumulation of plants and the caring for of plants was such a good distraction during that time because it really did feel unstable. Like it did not feel, you know, it didn't feel like a stable time to be alive. And I think a lot of us were trying to find some stability with us shopping. With like looking for things, seeking things out, learning a new hobby. You know, if you have like ADD, you know that this is not the first time. Like this is not the first time I've had this issue. You know, so it was just a hard time, you know. I had so many and it was overwhelming. Yeah, it gets too bad. Liquid IV is my favorite so far. Okay, I use the Element electrolytes, and I love them. And the raspberry flavor, I can't hardly drink regular water anymore. It's terrible. The Pandy did a lot to a lot of people. Plants were a balm and a stressor all at the same time. That is a really, really, really good way of putting it. It really was a balm. That, you know, I remember like one of the first rare plants I ever bought, like the night before I purchased that plant, I had handmade my own mask. When the news was all coming through about like people needing masks and stuff like that, and like I made one out of like fabric I had around the house and shoestrings and stuff, and like I'll never forget like feeling how fucked up feeling that whole thing was. It was so whack. And yeah, I think that the response that I had to all of that was just to it's hard to say it out loud because it's an ugly thing to say, but I think I had a little bit of a shopping addiction. And I think that the dopamine hit from getting the plant that I was seeking out, you know, it was like find the plant, and then when I'd find it, like a dopamine hit when you would find it. And that was like, you know, how I was dealing with things, I think, back then. But now we've come full circle, right? I was like in a bit of a shopping problem. I overwhelmed the shit out of myself with all the plants that I had. I killed a ton, and then I had the opportunity to completely walk away. I could have just said, I don't want to do this anymore, and I didn't, because I really, truly like my plants. And I gave myself the permission to walk away, and I think that's what helped me to come back. Because if I said to myself, you can't ever not have plants, then I just couldn't do it. So I gave myself permission to say, screw this, I don't want to do this anymore, this is too overwhelming. And I literally zipped the tent up, and that was the end of it. And I would have come back, but when I fell down the stairs, that really solidified everything. That made it to where I didn't have a choice, and I did walk away from everything after that. Yeah. Pandemic was something we couldn't control, but caring for plants felt like something we could control and get something positive out of it. I agree. It brought our perspective from this, which was intolerable at the time, down to like this. And we could see what we were doing, and we could see, you know what I mean? Like, I totally agree. I completely agree. You're still messed up, Emily. I am too. I'm not gonna lie. I still am messed up. I have a lot of trust issues. It's just not good. I had to get to a place to like having my plants rather than collecting them. I don't call my plants a collection anymore. I try to keep it less addictive. We are so on the same page, homie. For real. Because even when I say like plant collecting, like I stop myself and I'm like, I don't even want to say that anymore. I love plants. And I like to be around plants. And I like to trade plants. But I can't let plants take over my life. Like, I learned a lot over the past year. I changed my style completely. I started dressing different, carrying myself more, different. And I decided that, I was literally pouring every free minute that I had into this plant collection, right? Like, oh, I gotta water today. If I don't water today, everything's gonna die. Oh, I gotta wipe everything down today because this area's got mealybugs, and oh shit, the thrips breakout has happened over here, and I gotta go deal with that. And you guys, that would really make some serious stress in me, like when I would have a thrips breakout or a mealybug breakout, because at the time I was selling plants. And when you have a breakout of a pest in your home when you're selling things, it is beyond nerve-wracking. Like, I'm sure there's some people dead behind the eyes on Etsy that don't give a shit, but I care. I don't want to send a plant with a pest out. So that shit would just like send me, and then I would be so stressed out. But I decided when all my plants died that I'm going to be the exotic plant. I am the rare plant in this collection, okay? I need to have care put into me. I need to take care of myself. I need to do things for my skin. I need to take baths to, because I have like skin issues, and I need the bath because it helps my skin issues. I need to do skincare at night. I need it. Like, I need to cook for myself throughout the day because, processed food is shit. Like, I am the most rare and exotic plant that I need to take care of. Like, I don't know why I was so willing my whole life to take care of anything but myself. Like, it didn't matter what it was. Like, an animal, an object, a collection. Like, it didn't matter. Like, I would take care of anything but myself. And now, finally, after many, many years of self-torture for whatever reason, that I wanted to put myself like, why? I don't know why. But now I'm finally coming around to I'm first, me first. Well, Casey too, obviously, but I'm first. So when I get up in the morning, I make sure that I'm taking care of me. It's just a night and day experience from like what it used to be like to what it is now. Like, I used to take care of my nails. That was it, bitch. Like, I wasn't doing anything else to take care of myself. Like, my mental health, my actual health, like anything. I was always the last on the list. And it's not because anyone made me the last on the list. It's because I put myself there. I put myself last for God knows how long. And it worked out perfectly when it came to a plant collection, because that way I could never be first. It would always be my plant collection before me. But now we've got to switch it. And you guys are the most important plant in your collection. Plant, human plant. And you really need to take care of yourself. So don't let your period. Okay? Don't let your collections overwhelm you, and definitely take care of yourself first. No matter how hard it is to do it. I used to really have, and y'all know because I used to talk about it, like I would do tent updates when I was out there in the tent, and I would be like, y'all, it's even hard for me to shower. Like it used to be really hard. Like, not that I was sick, dirty, nasty, disgusting or anything, but you know what I'm talking about, that depression shit where it's like you can't even get yourself up and around. You can't even get yourself up and around for the day. You know what I mean? So if you feel like that for any crazy reason, definitely go get some help like I did and start taking care of yourself first. You know what I do? And this is so wild. I reject things that pop up into my mind, okay? So if I say to myself, I don't know why I do this, it's just the way I am. I'll be brushing my teeth, right? And I'll just be looking in the mirror and chilling, and then I'll have a thought pop in my mind that will say, you know what, you should do a face mask. You should do a face mask, because I can see like a little face mask sitting here. You should do that. And then the very next thought in the stream of thoughts is, no, you don't have time to do that. We don't want to do that today. You don't have time to do that. Like, why would we even think about doing that? No. The first thought to take care of myself and use the face mask is the thought. It is what we're doing today. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, if I even have a thought pop into my head that has something to do with self-care, I will immediately have another thought pop in right after it and be like, no, you don't need to do that. Or no, you have something that's more important. Or you should really go fold that load of laundry instead. You know what I mean? So I've had to, over time, train myself to where if a thought pops into my head that has to do with self-care, we're doing it, bitch. There's no someone's waiting on me. There is no load of laundry that's more important. Nothing's more important than putting this face mask on, because that's what popped into my head that I wanted to do to take care of myself. Well, did you have a thought pop in your head that you wanted to go take a bath, a bubble bath, and shave your legs? Immediately you need to go do that. You don't let those other, well, I need to go do this, and someone needs this, and I need to do this, and blah, blah, blah. They'll be all right. Everybody's going to be all right. You need to take care of you, for sure. And I've had to learn that, and it sucks to have to learn that and be so late in age. Like, golly, I wish I would have known that when I was younger. You know? Where would I be? Oh, thank you, Annie. Can you say my name? It's Annie. Hi, Annie. What's up? Thank you so much. Yeah, I get a lot of comments on these nails, and they're not always positive. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's either you love this shit or you hate it. Like, you either love it or you despise it. Like, you're either saying slay in the comments, or it's ew, disgusting, how do you wipe, blah 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 blah. If I had a nickel for every man that was worried about how I wipe my ass, I would be a rich lady. That's so true, Nicole. Laundry will always be there and dishes will always be there, but you will not, my friend. You will not. So take care of your own shit. It's sad. It's like this this plant collecting like type of this corner of the internet with plant collecting. It's not the self-care corner of the internet. Like, no one's really over here like preaching self-care. And really, I'm not either. I'm just kind of telling you guys like how I had to change my own perspective and my own outlook. I think it's when I ran into that sea scare a couple years ago, and I really kind of had to sit with my own thoughts, like about, like I'd already been on like a health arc where I was trying to get healthier, but it really made me realize, I was like, damn, like, you really got to start taking care of yourself, you know? Don't sweat the small stuff. Life is way too short. I totally agree, but you will definitely see me sweating some small stuff in a couple of weeks. What's the date today? What does my phone say? How far out before the insanity begins with my moon time? And I get on here and then I cry within the first 5 minutes because I saw a sad video on Instagram. For real, for real. Let's see, how much time do we have left? It's ticking. It's like knowing when someone's gonna come snatch you in the middle of the night. We got a while. We got a while. We don't have to start worrying until, oh, looky, when the kids go back to school. So around the 14th is when I should start losing my ever-loving shit. And if you also have PMDD, hopefully we can cycle up together. Wouldn't that be cool? Stephanie, what's up, Stephanie? Self-care can change your life. 100%. 100%. It's just really hard to do. It's really hard to do if you're in a depressive state. And I still have to fight myself to do things that I need to do. Because I have like that brain where every time I say to myself something nice I should do, it's always followed up by there's something more important, you know? Or I just always have another task that needs to be done or something like that, so. Sinking Moon Time is a different membership tier. Holy shit. I should do that. Oh my God, that is, man, you may want to disappear around the 14th. I'm not sure how this is gonna go. Oh man. Oh my God. I think I've turned my vape pen on like 5 times and haven't taken one drag off of it. Anywhoozles. Someone was asking in the chat like earlier or yesterday or something like that. They were like, do you keep your nails on this long all the time? And I was like, unfortunately, I do. Yes, I do. I got one lifting. Can you see it coming up off my finger? Got one lifting. I got 2 I still haven't painted. Still haven't done it. When am I supposed to find the time, kiddos? When am I supposed to find the time? Maybe we'll do that tomorrow. I don't know. I don't want to run everybody off doing my nails, but fuck, dude. I got to do them at some point. I've got to do them at some point. What time is it, guys? 12:16. They're 10:30, 11:30. Well, that's a pretty long time to be on. Yeah, it could be a new membership tier. It could be like in between Dirty Plant Enthusiasts and Dirty Plant Hoe. It could be Moontime Bitches, Moontime Hookers. It could be something like that. Mine supposed to start this Saturday. Everybody's gonna share their starting time. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, Andrew. But because of very many miles, who knows? My starting to get weird, but I've been depressed and high anxiety since Monday. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. Be sure and do your breathing exercises. And make sure you try to do your meditation. Oh my God, that's another thing that happened to me that was medical wise that I can tell you guys. I'm not trying to tell you my whole, but yeah, I am at the same time. Have you guys ever heard of the term globus sensation? Have you ever heard that term? So apparently it's like, so for this was like, so many things went wrong with me physically. I told you guys I'm dead serious. I have health anxiety. So apparently I got so like racked up with nerves that there's like a muscle right here that will get tight. It gets tight when you do things like if you're bawling, crying, you will get a lump. It's a lump in your throat, an actual lump in your throat. You'll feel it when you get really upset. And so my body will get so worked up with anxiety that I will actually develop a lump in my throat, and it's called a globus sensation. So that's another thing I had to go to the doctor for because I felt like there was something in my throat. Like so much so felt there was something in my throat that I was like opening my mouth and looking in like my mirror, like and trying to see like, is there something in my throat? Like it felt like an object or maybe a tonsil stone or something like that. And I went to the doctor and he looked down my throat and he felt of everything and he said it feels totally normal. And that, that sometimes there's this thing called the globus sensation that you can get if your nerves are terribly like aggravated or whatever. And so it just is a really annoying thing that I get from time to time. I haven't had it now in about 45 days or so. But when I get it, it's so annoying and it just feels like there's a lump in my throat, like I've been crying or something really hard, but I haven't. And the most annoying thing about it is that I don't feel super stressed out whenever it happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not just sitting there like panicking about something when it happens. I could just be like doing the dishes or whatever, and then I swallow and all of a sudden it's there. And so I really have to, do a lot of exercises. Like, I have to go like this and like swallow a bunch when it's bothering me, and I have to like meditate, like do, and it doesn't go away. Like, sometimes it'll last for like straight 14 days or whatever. So I don't know. That's just another thing that, like, health-wise or medical-wise or anxiety-wise that I've been dealing with. It is just terrible, dude. I just want to tell you guys about it because I've never, before he told me about it, the doctor told me about it, I had never heard of such a thing as that. Or the other word for it that you can use is globus hystericus. And I'm not joking. That's legit what it's called, because I guess I'm hysterical. I'm not 100%. That's what the name implies, is that I'm hysterical. I've been on some type of hard birth control for the last 10 years at least, and hadn't had a moon time. Got rid of the hard stuff last year, and holy crap, having moon times again, and it has been rough. Oh my gosh, was it Depo Provera? Was it Depo Provera? I didn't have one for like a couple years because of that. Everybody's sharing it now. Guys, stop it. You're gonna run off the menfolk. Moon phase sisters sound more spiritual. I like it. I like it. My moon phase has always been a part of this channel, and the reason why it has been is because I have PMDD, and everybody needs to know about it, because whenever it comes around, like, I'm a different person. Like, mostly I just cry all the damn time. I can't be on Instagram Reels at all because they'll be showing like some old couple that lived together for 60 years with some sappy music behind it. I'm crying within the first 3 seconds. Or oh my God, when someone loses their dog, I will be full on like bawling on the toilet, taking a pee, my morning pee, because of someone's Instagram Reel because they had lost a dog. And I can't. That's too much emotional hardship, you know? Like, damn, I can't grieve for everything that happens to everybody, you know what I mean? And that's why I begged, like a couple years ago, I begged to get a flip phone. In case you wouldn't get it from me. I did too. What's up, Marnie? Moon phase sisters. Andrew, are you going to join that tier? Are you going to join it if I make it? You lucky bastards. You don't have to deal with that shit. Tell Casey all the time, what's it like to just be the same dude every day that you wake up? Just the same dude. You're always just the same guy. I wake up a different lady every other day. Yeah, man, that used to help me too when I was younger, but now it doesn't do anything but like make it to where I can just be awake and alive and with society. It doesn't do anything for me anymore, I'll be honest with you. And also, I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about this, but I took a Schmedible probably 4 or 5 years ago. And it was pretty hardcore. Like the milligrammage. If you don't do anything like this, just ignore what I'm talking about, because it's not like I do it all the time or anything, but I don't have a gallbladder. I had my gallbladder removed like shortly after I had my youngest, because I had gallbladder attacks and like, oh my God, it was terrible. So I had it removed. I don't think I can enjoy Schmedibles anymore. Like, they don't affect me. Like, I don't know how many milligrams it was, but it was a pretty intense milligrammage. I didn't feel anything. Be that as it may, I've like not tried brownies or anything like that since I was in high school. Okay, that's how long it's been. But this was like 100 milligram thing that my friend gave to me. And and like an hour later, he was like touching the clouds. I was normal. Like, I think you have to have a gallbladder to use medically Schmedibles. I can't use them. They don't do anything to me. Somebody was saying to me that my tolerance was so high that that's why I didn't work, and I was like, I don't think so. I don't think so, sir. The men folk need to know about it. I actually sent a video to my oldest because I was a crazy hot mess. A few on ago, my son came to me. Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, like edibles more still illegal here. So hard to get. CBD can be helpful. Yeah, there's so much like medical, everyone's on medical. You know, so usually when I'm talking about this stuff, it's legal, it's across the board, people have prescriptions for it, stuff like that. But yeah, no, I can't enjoy it like that anymore. So the last experience I had with a schmedible was when I was in high school, and it was a brownie. And it was one of the worst experiences of my life when it comes to that sort of thing. Like, I don't enjoy that. I like to be in control. Like, I'm not type A, but I don't like to lose control that much. You know what I mean? And I remember drinking a giant glass of milk thinking that that would help to, like, ease it, to, like, help it go away. And I remember it made it so much more intense. And I ended up sitting in my kitchen with like my knees up against my chest, just kind of doing this number, just kind of waiting for it all to go away. I don't like it. So if schmedibles are your thing, that's fine. It's not my thing. I don't really care for that sort of thing. Not fun. I want to enjoy it. I don't want for it to enjoy me. You know what I mean? Like, who's paying who here? No, thank you. Oh, shit, I need to put the lid back on this. Where's the big lid? Oh, speaking of enjoying things that are adult-oriented, it drives me nuts, the weird legal here, not here thing. Yeah, it's one of these days someone's going to legalize it for everybody, and then we won't have to worry about all that anymore, and it'll just be a thing, you know? What was I saying? Things that I enjoy. Oh, okay. So I haven't went and got like wine coolers from the liquor store in a really long time. But we went to the local liquor store and they had so much to choose from. And I don't know, I don't drink a lot. I was so blown away by the selection. I was like, what the hell? Why is there so many cool things to choose from? We got a 12-pack of Mountain Dew Zero hard whatever. I don't know what's in seltzer, just a hard soda. A hard soda. Mountain Dew Zero hard soda. And it was a variety pack. It had Live Wire, 5%, Baja Blast, Baja, like King of the Hill, watermelon, and then it had the original Mountain Dew flavor. Now, the Mountain Dew flavor was ass. But all the other flavors were really, really good. And it has been so long since I had a beer. And I can't drink a beer. Like a regular, like a Miller Lite or a Bud Light, I will crack it open and I will take like 3 or 4 drinks out of it. But I can't take it. That shit is so nasty. But these Mountain Dews now, okay? We were out here, we were playing pool. And so, like, I'm not used to drinking beer. So I had 2 of them, and I was feeling it. Like, I was having a good time. And then I had a 3rd one, and it put me over the edge. I was like, these Mountain Dews are amazing. I couldn't believe it. Usually, I'm a whiskey girl. So drinking something like that was different for me. God, I gotta scoot this thing closer. My eyeballs. Drives me nuts, the weird thing. Okay, girl, I'm an empath. I hear you cry over everything that is sweet and sad. I don't know if I'm an empath so much as just like, oh my God. I'd like to say I'm an empath, but I don't know if I am or not. I'm probably not. OMG, the hard Baja. I've been hunting and I haven't seen them in Central Oregon yet. Okay, I think it is new. I didn't want to say it was new because I'm pretty sure people drink more often than me. But I love them. My daughter just turned 21. And I didn't want to be like, here, have something to drink. It was really weird. I just wanted to be like, I have like something in the fridge if you'd like it. They came over to play pool. She had a DD, all that stuff. And I was like, you know, like panicking at the store, like, oh God, I don't know what to get. I don't know what to get. I've never bought anything like this, you know, before, but I didn't want to have a stick up my ass also. So it worked out well. She just had one, and I had 3, and then, you know, she went home with her boyfriend, so they had a good time. Oh yes, I had rainbow sherbet vodka a while ago. It was so good. I've never heard of that. Oh, and black. This stupid heart thing covers up the freaking messages. I'm so over it. How do I make it go away? Go away! No, it just made a heart come out. Hate that stupid thing. Tastes like chocolate coffee and cream. Not like beer. So good, yeah. Can't do beer. Ugh, golly, beer is so disgusting. You have to just be like bred into the beer. Like you have to have been raised on beer. Like your mama had to put it in your baby bottle. Or maybe Miller Lite came out your mom. I'm not sure. There is something that happens to people that love beer. It's gross. It's disgusting. No offense. If you like beer, no big deal. Usually my drink of choice, it's not very often. I'll get me a cup like this, and I got Bullet bourbon. I drink Bullet bourbon. And I get some ice, and I fill it up to like right here, and that's my evening. That's all I do. I have me a Coke Zero on the side for a chaser. I don't mix my alcohol with my soda. That's weird. Why would you do that? That means everything tastes like ass. I want for this to taste like ass and then to clean my mouth out. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So that's typically what I do. I drink that on my birthday, Jesus' birthday, your birthday, everybody's birthday. Bullet bourbon. Okay, so when I went out and I found these Mountain Dew Zeros, I really thought I had done something. I was like, huh, I'm the new kid on the block, okay? I do cool things. I have these Mountain Dew Zeros here I'm ready to crack open. Give me a Jameson and ginger and I'm good. LOL in my drinking days. Swedish fish, vodka, and Sprite was my... Is that a thing? Swedish fish, vodka? It comes like that? Oh, that sounds so gross. Marnie, you know that shit? Ugh. Gross. A few years ago, when I was walking in the liquor store, also I saw this brand called 99, and it was just all these different flavors. 99 bananas, 99 strawberries, 99 blackberries. I loved the way the bottles looked. Totally off topic, but their advertising, their marketing for alcohol is off the chain. Like, it really, everything's sparkly and shiny. So nice. I love the advertising. Yep, tastes like legit Swedish fish. Ugh, gross. Swedish fish are, you know, my son loves those things. I can't. I don't know why you like that. That's terrible. OMG, 99's bananas. F me up. Does it taste like straight up bananas? I'm guessing it does, obviously. But how can you get the banana flavor over the freaking alcohol? It's so gross. I can't do it. I can't do it. Yeah, but I really love all their stuff. All their, like, they always have like gold leaf inside of everything, or like pink reflective bottles and stuff like that. Like, I'm glad, you know, like that's all hardcore advertising right up my crack. And I don't know what to do about it. I'm glad I'm not much of a drinker, though. I'll tell you that. That shit'll tear you up faster than anything. What's up, girl? You need to change your screen name because it's not reflective of your beautiful face at all. What does that mean, by the way, Leadbelly? It was gross, and the next day smelling banana. Oh, I was on a really clean eating streak, and I drank the bourbon, and I probably hadn't had bourbon in months, like probably 5 months since we'd been eating really clean. And when you eat really clean, your gut is also like not used to being like bombarded by all the shitty food. So if you eat clean for like 4 or 5 months and then you drink, girl, oh, so sick the next day. It was so bad. 99 bananas was my first party drink. I can't stand anything candy banana now. So this shit has been around. So 99 bananas is like old. That just goes to show you how often I walk around in a liquor store. Because typically here in the South, okay, kiddos, we have drive-through liquor stores. I don't know if you have those where you live, but I know what I want, and I typically just go through the drive-through if I'm getting it. And it's not very often. And, I don't know if you know this, but I live in a place in the United States where they don't allow you to buy alcohol. Did you know that? So if I go to my Walmart here in town, I can't buy beer. I can't buy wine. I can't buy anything. I have to go over the state line to get it. Not state line, the county line. I'm sorry. I have to go over the county line to get it. It's what's called a dry county. Yes, that's right, Marnie. We are not allowed to drink alcohol here. You see, we have to go across the county line. I have to literally go across a bridge to a different county to get alcohol. So, that's what's up. And if I had to count how many churches we have, you have dry counties there too. I didn't know. I thought that was like only in this like shitty Arkansas, Oklahoma area. But it is wacky. Whenever I tell someone that doesn't live here that this is a dry county, they're like, what is that? What even is a dry county? I'll tell you, they don't let you buy alcohol. That's what a dry county is. Also, they just now got to where the Chili's, the local Chili's, could serve you a drink. And boy, we are living in the future now, kiddos. I know. My county was dry until recently. Well, they'll let you drink, you can't buy it here. Which, to be fair, the dry county thing does suck. But to be fair, in the evenings, like if you go down to like our main street here in my town, there's not a bunch of like drunken behavior. There's not a bunch of people like throwing up in the street, and it's not like that, so I kind of sort of, now that I'm older, kind of appreciate the fact that our downtown's not just like, or whatever. But when I was younger, I surely would have appreciated a wet county, that's for sure. In PA, you have to go to a specific store because you can't have alcohol in stores. Yeah. My county was dry until recently. So they changed? That's crazy, Jessica. In New Jersey, we stopped selling liquor at 10 or 11, I think, after a certain hour. You can only buy beer. Well, we know why, don't we? Jeez. Yeah, we don't have rules like that. We have like, pretty much, we have 24-hour beer sales. We can't sell beer on Sunday. So on Sunday, you can't buy it in Arkansas, period. So you have to go across state lines. So if it's Sunday and you're hosting a party and you want to have some beers or some alcohol, you have to drive to Oklahoma to get it on Sunday because they don't sell it on Sunday. We have to drive 12 miles south or 20 miles north for any kind of alcohol. We can only buy beer, not liquor. I live in Arkansas. And I live in a town that's next to the Oklahoma border. So, thankfully, if you wanted to do something like that, you could just hop the border, take about an hour to get back, an hour to go and get back. But, like I said, typically you don't have those worries, and just like her turning 21 and everything, I was like, I just wanted to have something here, because it's you're turning 21, man. You're a woman and stuff and all that, so. It was good, though. I'm not that great at pool, okay? And we had our pool table covered up with all my shit. Like, I had a bunch of shit. Like, there was a tarp on it, and then I had a bunch of stuff on the tarp from where I was breaking down the tent and all that. But since I got the pool table cleaned off, vacuumed off, and ready to go, we've been out here playing. Me and Casey have been out here. We're terribly competitive with everything that we do. But he is so good at pool that it makes me hate him so genuinely. And then when he's playing me and he's beating me, he's all trying to touch me. He's trying to hug on me and kiss on me while he's beating me. Like, am I supposed to be that good of a loser where I can hug on you and kiss you while you're beating me within an inch of my life on pool? Please. Where do you live? Oh, rural community in Texas. Yeah, baby. Sounds about right. We've got lots of family in Texas. I don't drink anymore. I do vape. Lots of cannabis, though. Well, You know, there's that. There's that. Yeah, drinking's hard on you. You get around our age and drinking ain't fun anymore. It's not like, oh shit, let's just have a drink on the weekend. It's like, bitch, you better have pre-gamed and pre-hydrated for the past 3 days straight. You better drink a gallon of water for 3 days before you go out and party, because your ass is going to be crippled the next day. That was the one when I eat clean for like 3 or 4 months, and then I had that one night that I drank. I made the mistake of mixing some things together. I was so sick the next day. I had to take, you know when you get like the stomach flu or whatever, and you go to the hospital and they'll give you a pill to make you stop throwing up? I can't remember what it's called, but it's some sort of medication that eases your nausea. I was so sick the next day I had to take one because I couldn't stop throwing up. I was like, oh my God, dude, my stomach cannot straight up not handle it. We are talking about it right now, so I'm telling you different stories, but these did not happen back to back. I'm not a drinker. That's not what I do. I'm just telling you that's what happened. But yeah, my pool table also is not a traditional green top pool table. It's a tan top pool table. And I'd be willing, like I'm thinking about, no one's gonna care. And you're not obligated to come. But I was thinking about going live one of the evenings coming up, because we're definitely gonna be out here playing Friday or Saturday night or whatever, and set up a live and just watch you guys, let you guys watch Casey beat my ass in pool. And then I thought that would be really fun because he's really good. He's annoyingly good at playing pool. So, and I'm practicing, I'm getting better. Okay, so when we go hit the circuit and I start competing in pool competitions, I'm gonna be ready to go. Okay, I fancied myself quite a pool player back in the day when I would do something else that also makes me sound like an alcoholic, which is go to bars. But I swear to God, it was just to socialize. I wasn't getting drunk the whole time. Oh my God, I sound like a real alkie. I'm not though, I swear to God. There's a hilarious video on YouTube by a stand-up about having to people different alcohols at the stomach party. Oh my God, I've seen that. And yes, that was exactly what happened to me that night. I've only had a couple of hangovers. I've always been good about staying hydrated while drinking, except the one time I had way too much tequila and bad things happen. Yeah, let's watch Casey blasting the balls. He will. He will. And you guys get to see how irritating he is. Super irritating. I would rather have the cannabis than alcohol, but apparently I smoked myself into psychosis. I say apparently because maybe I was a bit nuts and the cannabis just brought it out. It's not the first time I've heard of that. And that's very strange that you're bringing it up, because they say now that medical marijuana is a bigger deal and more people have access to higher concentrations of THC, that they're having problems with people going into psychosis and stuff like that, which is wild. I don't know, like, what did you, if you don't mind, what did you experience that made you feel like that? Were you hearing shit or what? Were you seeing shit? Now 2 glasses of wine and I'm sleepy. That's the main thing that alcohol does to me, is it takes me out. It makes me very sleepy. Oh, the hearing voices. Okay, so yeah, that definitely is a reflection of having some problems. But check this out. Like with hearing voices, when y'all's fans are on, do you ever hear like voices in the fan noise? You ever hear that? I swear to God, sometimes when I'm laying there and I'm like trying to take a nap or something, and I'm laying there and I'm listening to the fan, it sounds like a 1930s baseball radio broadcast. Sometimes. Do y'all ever get that? Oh, it's my brain trying to find patterns in the white noise. Yeah. I hear people talking about me, but they aren't. It's weird. Yes, background chatter. That's so weird. Is it when a fan is on, Marnie, or are you just hearing it like this when you're sitting there? It's a legit thing and normal. Okay, good. I was getting really worried while I was saying it. I was like, whoa. Like the TV is on in the background. Oh, that's interesting. You hear singing, huh? For me, it's and like, I don't like sports. Like, what the fuck? But it sounds like an old-timey couple of dudes, like, oh, and then you hear like a baseball get hit, and then it's like a crowd going, and then it's like is so weird. Like, I've never watched or listened to anything like that. It's weird. But I just thought I was going a little bit crazy. So when she said she was hearing voices, I was like, maybe I am too. Who knows? Especially when the exhaust fan is on. No, not with the exhaust fan for me. It's the big fan. It's the box fan that does it to me. It gets so bad sometimes I have to turn it off because it makes me anxious. I hear the television too. I swear my house is haunted. Y'all, we may be all experiencing some shit together that we're about to suss out because we're talking about it. The singing thing does sound nice. Is it like a nice lady singing, Andrew? What kind of songs is it? Is it old-fashioned songs? Is it like Cardi B? Da, 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 da. That's how Casey makes fun of Cardi B. When she became really popular back in the day, I would play her song over and over again. I can't remember which one it was. But he would come in the room and he'd be like, da, 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 da. He shamed me out of listening to it anymore. It's sad. Who's the first person on my playlist right now? Did you guys hear that new Linger? The new Linger cover song? Oh my God, it made me cry this morning at 5:30 a.m. when I was in the gym. The song Linger made me cry. I don't know why. It was like, it took me back to a skating rink or something, you guys. It was so wild. It's like someone has a radio on in the next room. I can tell there's music, but I can't make anything out of it. I hear all sorts of sounds like TV radio, but only when I'm tired. You guys, it's so crazy. Next time, Andrew, try listening really hard and see if you can hear what kind of music it is. Because I want to know. I want to know. Probably polka. I imagine polka is probably what you were doing, hearing in your head. That seems how it starts. Well, Andrew, you better keep it on lock, buddy. You're going to be next. I can't take any more shit like that. I'm going to be out of order. No more stress for me, kiddos. Can't take it. Also tried, I got so paranoid that I had to Google it to make sure I didn't need to get committed. I think you said commuted. You meant committed. Oh, I stay off the Googles. I just figure now I'm better here than I am in any kind of institutional setting. Am I right? As long as I'm not violent, I think I'll be okay. That PMDD comes around, I get a little violent though. Not gonna lie. All right, kiddos. We've been hanging out since 9:30 this morning. It is now 12:30. That's a good 3 hours of hanging out. What kind of cart are you vaping? Just a regular flavor, just flavors. I don't do nicotine anymore. I quit the nicotine, I think, a couple years ago. Is that your new aquarium setup? It absolutely is. And yes, Shayna, thank you so much for becoming a member. I gave you a shout out in the beginning of the stream. I don't think you were here yet, but yes. Thank you for becoming a new member. Just to cover some things, because I'm about to get off the live, we're going to have our Dirty Plant Hoe, which is my highest tier of membership, plant trade on August the 31st, which will be the last day of this month. I haven't decided the time yet. I'm going to do a poll on the community tab for all the Dirty Plant Hoes to see what time most of you will be available. And then tomorrow, I don't know what we're going to do yet. We may be in the bathroom doing something manic with my hair. We may be screwing around on the pool table. Either way, it's just going to be a hangout, and I'm going to be here. You know what I'm saying? Not the nut house. No worries, Marnie. You're good. It's all good. We're all going to make it through. So that's it. That's all I got. Dirty Plant Hoe, plant trade at the end of the month. Saturday, this Saturday, I'm going to go to the open house for the Sea King Tropicals and try to support the local plant shop lady. So glad I had a day off, so we part of the live. Oh, I'm so glad you could too, Nicole. I really love hanging out with you guys. Hey, I'm driving up for the store grand opening on Saturday. It looks very cool. Cool, Bradley. We'll see you there. I think I'll try to be there right when it starts on Saturday. So if I see any of you guys there, I'll be sure and say hi. And yeah, definitely come out and support the local plant shop. Her name is Carrie. God, it just came to me. I've been trying to remember her name this whole time. The only reason I remembered it because it's like spelled like the horror movie, Carrie. Her name is Carrie, and she's an awesome lady, so I'm going to go down there and support her on Saturday. What we do tomorrow, I don't really know. It'll be up in the air, so if you're only into the plant stuff, it may not be plant stuff tomorrow. But either way, like, seriously, I've been live for 3 hours, and it don't feel like nothing, because I really love hanging out and chatting with you guys, so. I'll be here tomorrow, and most likely I'll be here Saturday, so I guess y'all have a really good day, okay? Bye, guys. I'm gonna go make some food. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. Who knows? Bye.